And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hello and greetings, Guilders. Welcome into episode 5 of Exploits of the Golden Shadows, our Eberron campaign featuring a fully neurodivergent cast. I'm your gracious, humble dungeon master host, Timbo the Wizard, and I'm excited to be here with everybody. We're gonna dive into the adventure real soon. But before we do so, let's go around the table and get to know our lovely players. First, let's go ahead and Domino, why don't you go first?
Hello, I am Domino RPG. I play Cera. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Domino RPG and on Twitter.
Fantastic. Next, Mystrich.
I am Mystrich. I stream here on Twitch using the same name. And tonight I will be playing Brennard, the Hobgoblin Artificer.
Excellent. Raichkyu, why don't you go next?
Hi, I'm Raichkyu. My pronouns are she, her. I play Ellida, the wild magic sorcerer Asmar, and yeah, that's me.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, Galaxy.
Just Galaxy. I play Melu Goodsong. My pronouns are they, them. You can also find me on YouTube at Just Galaxy, or you can find me pretty much daily on TikTok at Galaxiebot. Galaxy is always spelled with an IE for me.
Excellent. Alrighty, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So, before we do so, would anybody like to give the recap of last week for inspiration?
I think I'll take a crack at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, after our less than successful heist from the auction house, we chased the fancy man into a storm, and we were able to safely land in the forest. After getting changed, we all had a collective dream where we met a mysterious person that really needed our help. So after we all got our wits about us, we adventured, went to a wizard tower, and we met Ptolemy and his band of little dudes. Ptolemy turned out to be a topaz dragon, and he wanted to help us find the dragon idol, which had, for some reason, just been left by the fancy man, and therefore had been taken by bandits. So, with the help of his little kobold crew, we went to the bandits' encampment, found them doing some really sus shit. And a priest there, or no, necromancer there, summoned a really awful demon that had all of our abilities. But we took it down. The little kobold dudes were hurt. They got healed. Nobody knows how. And we're ready for our next adventure.
Nobody
Yes,
knows how, but Ellida suspects something.
She can suspect all she wants.
She rolled for it. It's fine.
There was also a thing that occurred at the end of the session with the dragon idol and a prophecy.
Yes. Ptolemy, he imparted some of his blood onto the statue and put it on a pedestal, and it showed us a mural of part of the draconic prophecy. And one of the murals that we saw hinted at an individual that had an aberrant dragon mark covering most of their body, unlocking a demon lord that was sealed away by 3 dragons quite some time ago.
Yes. Excellent. Perfect. Go ahead and mark that inspiration on your sheet. Well done. With that, it was quite late in the afternoon, in the evening, after you had finished your adventure with the bandits. So y'all ended up, I think, just camping down in the observatory, right? Or did you follow Ptolemy back to his tower and sleep there?
I think we slept at the tower, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we followed Ptolemy back to his tower.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, so you head back there and Ptolemy put you up for the night. Despite being somewhat small bunks, it's pretty comfortable, and y'all slept It was an uneventful sleep. The following morning, Ptolemy pushed into I'm gonna say into Cera's hand. He pushed a small scrap of parchment with information on it, and he would say, "This is my sending stone signal. If you ever need to talk to me and you have a sending stone, which I know that you do, and I point to it on your hip, you can just message me and I'll message you back, and hopefully I'll be able to help you, maybe. But who knows? This has been eventful. Good luck, I guess. Hold on to that thing," and he'll gesture at Brennard's pack.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Sarah's going to store that in one of her compartments.
Sure. I'm gonna say you can program it into the phone.
She's going to program that into her sending stone, so now she can have a codec with Ptolemy whenever.
Perfect.
But before they part,
Mhm.
Yes, Melu.
Yeah, I was gonna say before they part, Melu is gonna go to Ptolemy and be like, you seem like you might be the magic type. Do you have any spell components here?
Well, what are you looking for? Oh, sorry, real quick, missed. I noticed that my captions are bugged. If you just refresh the browser.
Will do.
Thanks, bud. What are you looking for?
Well, a diamond? I can pay you for it. But
I might have something like that around here. And he'll kind of shuffle off. And he'll kind of talking to himself more than anything. He'll go, "Yeah, the kobolds. I think they managed to scrounge one up the other day." And he'll look around. How big? How big do you need?
Something might be worth like about 300 gold.
300. Ooh. He'll look around. He'll look around a little further. Man, I don't think I have one worth 300. I have this 51, and he'll hold up a smaller diamond.
Well, that's a start. Do you want me to pay you 50 gold for that?
Because we're friends, I'll let you have this one as a token of our friendship.
Thank you. I'll take it. Something.
If it helps keeps the demons on Lurlock, then I'll just send it to my. I'll just put it up the chain. Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck on your quest.
Yeah, you too? Are you on a quest? I feel like you're on a quest for knowledge.
You've got it. And he'll gesture at the library. Yes, this is my adventure.
Well, good luck.
What a grand adventure.
I couldn't agree more. And his eyes will fill with like a gleam, like an inner light.
Aww. Well.
So with that, do you all head back to Zachariah's airship, the Inspiration?
Yes, we should definitely head back to our airship.
Oh, right, the airship.
Yeah, of course you guys forgot about the airship.
Yeah. As you guys are making your way back, it's like a 10-minute walk. It's pretty close, actually. As you find your way back there, it's in the same exact place that you left it.
But is Zacharia where we left him?
Yes.
I mean, you can't tell from the outside.
We're gonna go on the ship.
Yeah, we're gonna go in and looking for Zacharia.
Yeah, going into the ship, it's untouched. It's almost exactly like you left it. Zachariah's door to his cabin is still closed.
Cera will knock lightly on the door.
There's no response.
She's going to knock harder.
There's still no response. At about the same time that you're knocking, your communicator starts going off.
Melu take turn knocking while Cera answers the phone.
Yes, Sarah steps away with an annoyed look on her face and answers her communicator. Yes.
Knocking on the door yields no results. There's no answer as you do so, Melu, despite how persistently you may knock. Answering the communicator, Cera, it's Zed, your handler, and they're looking maybe a little like they're normally placid face. You catch them in what could be a rare state of concern or potentially panic, and she'll say, "Status report, quick."
We have what we came for. Why so flustered, Zed?
She'll breathe a slight breath of relief, and she'll say, "Okay, excellent." And Zacharia, how is he?
Well, currently we're trying to wake him, but he's not answering his door right now.
Mel trying to break the door with their axe at this point.
I was about
So
to say, Brennard can pick the lock too.
Never mind. I'll let Brennard do that instead.
Have y'all tried the handle?
You
I'm gonna try and open the door.
You absolute wild child.
I love it. So like Melu not having any luck goes for their axe, and then Brainerd's like, "I have lockpicks," and then Ellida just goes for the door handle. Ellida going for the door handle, opening the door. You find Zacharia is asleep, unconscious on his cot.
Okay. And she's gonna go up to him and be like, Zacharia! Psst.
There's no response from him. As you look over his form, Zacharia, he has a dragon mark, mark of the storms, which allows him to fly the airship. However, it's mostly covered, which is how you didn't really notice it in the first time. But his pajamas are kind of sagged down a little bit that you can see like a part of it. And you see it crackling with like arcane energy. But he does not respond to you.
Can I see if he's breathing? Is he breathing?
He is breathing. He's alive.
Can I walk up to him and use Cure Wounds on him?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll the dice.
Okay.
As you say, Sarah, as you say to Zed, he's asleep. She'll like pale a little bit more, and she'll say, "Can you wake him?" 7 points of healing. Yeah. So Melu, the healing goes into him, but there's no reaction. He doesn't wake.
That's not good.
Do you guys see it's the thing on his skin is like, she's just like very confused. She's just like pointing direction of the
You
crackling.
mean his dragon mark?
Zed, what do you know?
Yes. Is that what it is?
Zed will look nervous, and she'll say, almost to herself more than anything, she'll say, "I can't believe it's spread this far already." And then she'll snap back to you through the communicator, and she'll go, "You need to return to Sharn immediately, as quickly as possible. There's a situation."
Should we bring Zacharia with us?
Yes, bring Zacharia. We don't exactly know what's happening. We've got people out in the field that are trying to investigate, but it seems like something is affecting those with the Mark of the Storms.
Uh-oh. Of course I didn't prepare Lesser Restoration today.
Oh no. Sarah's like, okay, we'll figure out a way to get back as soon as possible.
Excellent. As quickly as possible, and Zed will end the communication.
Hey, Brennard.
Yes.
About what's the off chance of you being able to fly this thing?
The airship?
The airship.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm down to give it a shot.
We've got to get back to Sharn immediately.
So I would say, Brainerd, I would say that you would know that it's a pretty common misconception about dragon marks and air vessels like this, and that their House Lyrander has made it like they've sown misinformation about the fact that you need to have Mark of the Storms specifically in order to fly these airships. Any kind of dragon mark will do. It's just Mark of the Storms has a little bit more finesse with these kinds of machines. The trick is, though, it has to be somebody with a dragon mark at the helm.
Okay. So once Brennard kind of looks over the elemental vessel where it's stored and just kind of confirms that's how this one works as well, he'll break the bad news to the team. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to get this up. It's dragon mark locked, it seems. It doesn't
So,
have
what
to
if-
be the Mark of the Storm, but it has to be someone from one of the dragon marked houses.
Can we move Zacharia to the helm? Because that's a dragon mark, right?
He's
I don't
subconscious. I don't know if
think-
that'll work.
I don't think I can get him to wake up either.
So you're telling me that we can't just drag him into the seat and just see if it'll work?
That's what I was thinking.
We can try.
Oh,
I just don't
We
know.
can
if it'll
try to
work.
weaken to Bernie's him.
Listen, I've
um,
only.
Who's Bernie?
Sorry.
Weekend.
Melu, hearing all of this, will kind of take a moment and then try to scoop Zacharia up.
Yeah, Brennard will help out, but he doesn't think this will work, really.
Alina's gonna help.
Yeah.
Let's.
With the two of you, y'all are able to lift his unconscious body. It is a little difficult, like it is like carrying somebody who is like just pure dead weight, right? But
Yeah.
you are able to do so. With the two of you.
Okay.
And we get him in
Um,
the seat.
Yeah, sure.
Sarah?
Putting him into the seat.
Does it activate?
No, it doesn't seem like.
Cera takes.
Yeah.
She takes his hands and she puts them on the. She puppets them onto the wheel. Does it activate?
No, it does not. It whirs momentarily, like almost like you know that sound like when a car is revving, but there's no turnover.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, I guess we'll have to
I'm-
carry him.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about if I can jerry-rig this.
He's not doing well. I don't know if we're going to be able to move him too much more than this. Melu is gonna get him back on his cot so that he's got a place to kind of lay.
Sure, he looks much more comfortable than in the seat.
Yeah, I thought so. Can I do like a medicine check to see if there's anything I can do to like help him out at least?
Sure. Yeah. Give me just a base medicine roll.
I feel kind of bad.
And I mean, he looks okay. You get the sense though. I mean, if he hasn't eaten all day since yesterday and today, he might be suffering from at least light dehydration and potential malnourishment. Not something you need to be super concerned about, but depending
Okay.
on whether or not he wakes up, right?
Yeah, okay. Good to know, good to know. I'm gonna go back to the group and I'm gonna be like, we need to move him. That obviously we need to move him, but I don't know what the best bet is here.
Can Zen send anything?
How does
Sarah
Cera look
looks
in this
ve-
moment?
She is sitting there like she's got her hand over her mouth, brow furrowed, looks very, very deep in thought. Like, to the point where it's like, you guys are saying stuff and she's not even reacting.
Melu will kind of go over to Cera and kind of nudge her a little bit and be like, what should we do?
If we go by foot, we're looking at least a couple days travel, I think.
Agreed.
Maybe. Hey, didn't Ptolemy give you a thing to call him with?
I didn't even realize this was gonna put so much pressure on Sarah to reveal that she's gonna.
Oh, gosh. Look, sometimes you just gotta die with your secrets, dude. Cera looks, to each of her teammates and she goes, no, there's one more thing we can try.
Okay.
And she goes and she sits at the helm of the ship. And
Okay.
she tries to start it.
So sitting down at the helm of the ship, putting your hands into the positions that you had seen Zacharia have his hands in, you feel the dragon mark on your back energize almost. Like you feel it kind of like begin to glow with an ambivalent energy. And as you do so, through the connection of your hands onto the ship, you feel another mind there. It's not like your mind. It's foreign and alien, and it's much more abstract. And you realize that you're connecting with the primeval elemental of the ship that causes it to function as you're sitting there communing with it. And you realize that you could command it, and that the ship is friendly.
Well, her first command is going to be to take off.
Absolutely. So the sound that had happened when Zacharia had put his hands onto the console, onto the display of that revving, it, as Cera puts her hands onto it, in that momentary instant of you making that connection to this creature, Cera, the engines flare to life and the thing booms with energy, and it immediately takes off the ground and starts flying. Give me either a persuasion check or a performance check to see how well you can fly the airship.
Can I guidance her?
Sure.
Now that I see like what she's doing, I'm just gonna cast guidance on her.
I'm gonna say yes. So this happens very quickly. It's in the matter of a split second, the thing is up and flying and you're moving.
Whatever you roll, you get to add a d4 to it.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, what's going on here?
16. I'm gonna say that. So Cera, you normally wear like full-backed clothing, right?
Yes.
In this moment, even through the thick material of the clothing, the like shape of your dragon mark, as energized as it is in this moment, is shining through. And as y'all are flying, you're able to you can tell that the elemental, it felt cooped up sitting there, and it wanted to move, it wanted to go, and it's doing zoomies right now, and it's going off on its own, right? But with the 16, I'm gonna say that you're able to not command it, but gently guide it back in the direction of Sharn, and you feel like you'll get there maybe in 6-8 hours.
Okay.
But the thing is kind of flying itself at this point. You feel like you probably should stay connected to it in case it gets distracted, potentially. But
yeah, Sarah's whole focus right now is 100% just trying to I get more or less keep the elemental in line. Just like, hey, calm down a little bit. And also, she would do anything in this moment to not have to interact with everybody else.
sure.
Hey, Sarah? Sarah?
I'm focusing.
Sarah?
Try not to crash.
Ellida, maybe let her be until we land.
Okay, but wait, so Melu's a halfling and Cera has a dragon mark?
That's a dragon mark?
You hear her just yell, Melu's not a halfling!
I'm so sorry. Guys, maybe we should let her focus for right now on so we don't all die. You know? These things don't look easy to fly.
It's just like, what?
Well, I don't know. Cera, is it hard to fly or is it easy to fly?
This thing is very active. And I'm trying to it wants to go everywhere, and I'm trying to keep us on track to Sharn.
Well, at least we're getting there, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
my captions say we're going to Charlotte.
The captions are trying.
They're doing their best.
They are.
I still love sexy Cera.
Oh, it's me, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so a few hours passes. Y'all, I mean, you can have any little conversations that you want, but y'all, otherwise, y'all will make a pretty quick beeline to Sharn. You will notice on the way there, Sharn, normally a little bit of a hubbub of airship activity. Not a lot going on actually. The skies are pretty empty, surprisingly. There are a few Griffin riders about, like doing general patrols, but it's very slim pickings for airship. You might be the only one up there in that airspace as y'all are flying.
Interesting.
There's nobody here.
Well, if they said that the people with the storm marks are hurt. Sorry, I just completely forgot what they're called.
No,
oh
you
god.
got it right.
Okay, the storm.
You got it.
Well, if Zed said the people with the storm dragon marks are hurt like Zacharia is, then no one can technically fly, right? I mean, unless they have another dragon mark.
Yeah, there's a few House Caneth people with airships, I'm sure, but definitely not as common.
Still, absolutely no one flying about is a bad sign.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing at all.
Cera's trying to coax this elemental to, let's go in easy. Let's
Sure.
careful landing. Let's start taxing. Let's bring the speed down. We're coming in kind of hot.
Yeah, absolutely. Go make me another persuasion roll as you attempt to calm the thing down, calm the elemental down a little bit. Oh, perfect. Yeah. I feel like over the course of your trip, you maybe find yourself like a little bonded with the elemental by the end, and as you all are puttering into Sharn, I think that it's a weird friendship, but it definitely exists, and by the time you are landed, you feel like you have pretty good control over the airship as you touch down very gently in Sharn. You find yourself in the airship docks, and it's very weird because this is one of the few times that you've ever seen the dockyard basically completely filled with airships. It's very surreal as you get there, and as you're landing, Zed pulls up the scry stone and communicates with you, saying, "Come back to the headquarters very briefly for a situation report, and then we can get you out on the next phase. I think we found out what's going on."
Yes, no rest. I know.
Yeah.
So once they land, Cera pats the home of the ship, and she's like, "Thank you so much, lovely."
Don't worry, we weren't in any danger. I always keep Featherfall prepared.
Let's go.
Melu gathering up Zacharia onto their back so they can carry him.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you do so, like you head down through the streets, going towards your headquarters. It's not a super long jaunt down to the headquarters. Y'all are pretty prime central in Sharn. It's about 20-30 minutes as you make your way there, even with Zacharia in tow. And as you do so, you arrive at the headquarters. The doorway is like almost like not propped open, but like you recognize that it's maybe being held open for you as you all slip in, and it shuts behind you. You see Zed there. You also see another man there that you've never met before. He's got almost elfish figure features, but not exactly. You would probably recognize him as a Kalashtar.
I don't even know what that is.
And a Kalashtar is a creature. It's like a humanoid who they've got like in Eberron, these creatures, they have like special bonds with like dream spirits. They have like another almost persona kind of that is from the dreamscape, I guess.
Yo, he's got a stand.
Yeah, kind of. But Zed, as you come in, she will say, "Do you have the idol?"
Yes. Hello to you too, Zed.
Yes. Hello. Do you have the idol?
Yes, we have one of them.
Okay, that's
we
good.
We did get attacked again though.
Attacked by who?
The same people who attacked us last time.
Really, the cult of the marked? She'll look nervous about that again. Man.
I'm here to help, Zacharia.
Sorry. There's too much going on. Yes. Meet Vorus, and she'll gesture to the Kalishtar man, who will give like a brief bow of his head. Vorus, he's actually with House Lyrander, but he's one of us. And he'll gesture with a pin, like the Golden Shadows icon that you all carry. And she'll say, he actually has, he knows what's going on. At least that's what he's told me. He came here as soon as possible. And he'll bend forward. But before that, Zed will say, well, first we should secure the dragon idol. Well, we have vaults here that we can put it into if you want to secure it with me. I also would respect if you wanted to hold on to it as well. Up to you.
We set Zacharia down somewhere, and then we can go with you. And I'm sorry, I missed the Kalishtar man's name.
Oh, his name is Vorus.
Vorus. And then Vorus can work with Zacharia.
I think we should...
Yes, absolutely, and you, like, Zed motions to like a cot over in the corner, like that has been set up with the expectation of Zacharia. Yeah.
Melu will go over there and put him down on the cot.
These people are willing to break into anywhere. I think we need to keep this thing moving for now. Even the
Makes the most sense.
Yeah, even the vault of the casino, they just burst right in to try and take it.
That's true. That is also true. It seems like they are willing to go to any lengths in order to attain their goals. Which is why I was more than happy for you to hold on to it. Just getting you out of the, just like removing your name from the. It's been a time. Zed says, rolling her eyes. We had to deal with covering up the casino, and now this whole thing with the dragon marks. She looks a little exasperated. It's been go. So. Yes, hold on to the dragon idol then. Yes, I think it would be better held on by you all. You seem to be able to keep it away from him at the very least. But regardless, we need to deal with this situation at hand. Vorus, please. At which point, Zed will say, Vorus, he knows more about the situation, but time seems to be rather pressing. Whatever is happening, I've heard that other folks with the Mark of the Storms have already perished from it. And as you kind of look over at Zacharia, he does look like weaker. He's much paler. If you would check his pulse, it's like weaker. He's dying.
Oh God.
Is it a disease? A curse? What is it? What's going on?
Vorus will grimace, and he'll say, I'm a part of the House Lyrander. We're creating a new form of a vessel, kind of like the airship. And when we were testing it, we discovered something, and we think that it might be affecting others with the same mark. The captain of the ship, he was helming it, and he fell under its spell.
What exactly are you working on?
It'd be easier to just show you. We're gonna have to go down there anyways.
All right.
And Zed will say, Vorus is a plant in House Lyrander. It's a little complex, but he works with them and with us. So any knowledge, it's a little bit of a shared bit. But he actually has been sent here by the house, and with the idea that if we were to help them, then we would owe them. Then they would owe us, House Lyrander. They would owe the Golden Shadows a favor. And the way that Zed says favor, you can tell that they mean it with a capital F.
Makes sense.
All right then.
All right, perfect. And with there's not much time to spare now. It's already been several hours. Come, and he'll head towards the door and make his way out onto the streets.
I guess we follow?
Yep,
Yeah.
Cera very quickly
Yep.
follows.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you are following Boris through the streets of Sharn. He's not talking at all anymore. He's fallen dead silent as you're doing so, and you head down through the belly of Sharn. You are heading deeper and deeper. The headquarters is about the midpoint of Sharn, and y'all head down deep into the bowels. Past Lower Sharn into the cogs. Brennard, you start to get a little familiar, and also I think you start to get a little nervous as you push past down even deeper past the cogs into where you know the magma beneath the city is. And as you continue to push forward, now and just walking through like sheer tunnels under the earth, eventually you get to a blockade where there are 2 House Lyrander guards like posted up with weapons, full armor, and Voris flashes his House Lyrander seal at them, and they let him pass with the rest of y'all. As you continue down, you come to a small inlet, almost like a cove, a little cavelet, except instead of where there would be water, it's lava. And seated in the middle of the pool of lava is what could only be described as, like, you would recognize it as the player, you would recognize it as the top part of a submarine, just sitting in the lava. And Voris will point to it, and he'll say, that's the vehicle that we've been testing, the Pyroclastic Mark 1.
What the hell?
I don't. This is affecting all of the people with the storm dragon marks.
It's not that the machine isn't affecting them. It's what we found in the lava.
Oh.
Come on, get aboard. And he'll climb, like he'll walk over to the edge, climb onto the top, and like undo the hatch, flip it open, and start climbing down the ladder.
Is this thing safe? I mean, how in the world are you keeping this cool?
It's got to be an ice elemental, right?
Oh, that would make the most sense, wouldn't it?
Cera climbs in. She's not happy about any of this.
Melu's just following.
Yeah,
Also not
Brennard
happy.
is going down, but he's definitely like almost studying it as he goes.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Brennard's like, how does this work? Ooh.
And Ellida?
Ellida is also following the others, just very concerned about what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Brennard, as you're like looking at it, go ahead and make me just an Arcana check as you're like checking it out.
Sure. If I can get to the right part of my sheet. Arcana.
20, perfect. Yeah, you definitely feel like there's probably an ice elemental in this creation somewhere, keeping everything cool. You also maybe get that there might be a fire elemental somehow synergizing with it to mitigate a lot of the heat. Though it does look like this is like cutting edge technology, definitely. Like if this is like the first time that you have ever even heard of something like this.
Alright, yeah, so Brennard, I think, is still just gonna kind of keep taking it in as he goes down and looks around wherever we end up.
Yeah, absolutely. Go on.
Oh, no, I was just saying valid.
Yeah, so and with that, Voris will move down to the controls, and he will activate them. You see a dragon mark glowing on his back too, actually. This one is the mark of passage instead. As the machine whirs to life, dips down beneath the surface of the lava and heads off, beginning to move through the thick magma flows. You're not sure how Voris is is navigating in this. There's no window or anything. But it seems like he's doing so effortlessly as you're piloting through it. And he'll say, while we were down here just doing general testing, we found something preserved in the lava. While we were checking it out, the captain of the vessel, he went forward and he couldn't help touching the damn thing. And that's kind of when it all started. He immediately just fell over asleep. His mark was glowing, and as that happened, just chaos broke loose. I ran for it, unfortunately, but and was able to pilot the thing out of here. But I'm not sure what happened to the captain. But ever since then, everybody that I know in House Lyrander with marks of the storms, they've all fallen unconscious.
And it just spread to everyone from one person touching it?
It seems like it.
And so what exactly are we meant to do about this?
Agreed.
My other half thinks that there might be something going on behind the barrier, behind the scenes, in the dreamscape. Normally that kind of look, or normally that kind of suggestion would get me, I wouldn't be taken seriously, but with it spreading like this, I'm not sure. So we're going down there to see about, I have a plan, is kind of what I'll say.
And what is that plan?
When we were down there initially, the device whirred to life as soon as the captain touched it, but he was asleep and it still kept moving. So I put it together with my better half. We think that somebody might have abducted him in his dreams, abducted his dream self. So you're gonna go in there and get him out.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Forrest just blinks at you. Yes, this is the job.
Going
do you
into the magma?
Do you think
No,
it
not
would
the
be
magma.
dangerous for someone with a dragon mark to go in, considering what just happened?
It shouldn't be. So far, it's only affected those with the mark of the storms. It seems like it's targeting them specifically for some reason.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be doesn't inspire much confidence.
I mean,
Well, until about 6 hours ago, we didn't even have anyone with a dragon mark on our team.
Well, as far as we were aware.
I mean, Sarah, if you don't feel safe doing it, you don't have to.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you to get hurt.
It's not me I'm worried about. If this thing truly does spread through what looks like an entire house.
You're worried that it would affect everyone with the same kind of dragon mark as you?
Healing is very important, Melu.
That's a really good point, actually.
And I don't know if I can risk having all of House Jurasco going under.
Especially if right now we've got an entire dragon marked house potentially dying.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine how bad it would be for effectively every health system to fail.
The three of us have to do it then. Cera has to stay out of it.
I mean,
And what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and watch you all?
if we're gonna be dreaming, we do need someone to keep us safe.
Babysit us.
Yeah. Be the contact from the outside.
Vorus will say that the magic that I'm gonna compel to put you all into the Dreamlands, it will cause a bit of the Dreamlands. They flow on a little bit of a different time scale than reality does. You might know, like, when you fall asleep, sometimes it feels like you're asleep for 5 minutes and it's been 8 hours, and vice versa, right? It's a little bit like that. So the time dilation there will probably end up protecting you as well. And normally these kinds of trips, it might last 8 hours for you in the dream, but only 30 or some odd seconds will have passed in reality.
We'll see that it might not be that long at all.
I also think Voris will chime in about like hearing your concerns, Sarah. I think that the machine has already been activated. Like whatever is going on, it's already been kickstarted. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on down there, but it looks like it's already started the domino effects. So I don't know whether or not you going down there will start the domino effects for your own Dragon Mark. I have no idea. I'm Dragon Mark too, and this might fuck up everything having to do with House Orion. But I mean, I think there, according to what my friend's telling me, my better half, there are bigger concerns at play here. That device that we saw, it was not right.
I don't like uncertainty.
I think that might be all we have.
But this is bad, and we can't have an entire Dragon Mark house die.
No, we can't. I mean, I don't want anyone to die. I don't want Zacharia to die. I mean, dying is normal, yes, but this isn't right. They shouldn't be dying right now.
Well, it seems as if we have little to no choice.
And as you say that, a loud banging can be heard on the exterior of the submarine, like something is pounding, trying to get in. Voris will go a little pale at that. Sorry, go on.
No, I just said how. How is that possible? We're in magma.
Oh my god.
Voris will say, something was chasing me as I was escaping. I don't know what it was. The banging starts to get louder. And he says, the sub, it's still just a prototype. It's not incredibly heavily reinforced. But there is like there is an open air section that I can bring us out to if you wanted to try to get whatever it is to stop attacking us.
Yeah. Please, I don't really want to be melted to nothing.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, and just as a safety precaution, since it's a cantrip, Brennard will also cast Mending on the submarine, like where he hears this thing hitting into us.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and get you into the battle map. So with that, Boris, with some quick maneuvers, he pulls up on the submarine, and you can feel yourselves rising as you find yourself in this kind of small subterranean cave. It's like a little bubble of air. As you kind of come up to the top, the top of the submarine kind of flipping over into a little bit of a platform that's big enough for all of y'all to stand together. So here's how this is gonna work. Y'all are on the submarine. Y'all are the submarine.
Say, this thing is so cute.
Y'all have the Pyroclastic Mark 1. And
oh my gosh.
so we're gonna roll initiative like, let me go and get everybody's tokens in here and stuff. We're gonna roll initiative just like normal, and everybody's gonna move. Just go ahead and click your tokens. Y'all aren't in magma here. It's just y'all are just floating over here.
Oh my gosh.
And let me go ahead and get these guys in. And as you kind of come out of the lava, the top of the submarine flipping open, and y'all kind of move to stand there, you see kind of emerging out of like the bubbling top of the roiling magma. It's almost like large bubbles of flame, kind of like popping out of the lava. But as it does so, like the smoke and the ash and the bits of magma kind of coalesce together, like held together by a dark frame. And as y'all are progressing through the through this like magma field, these nightmarish like magma creatures start to manifest around you all. And let me go in and get the initiative going.
Oh,
I hate that.
lovely.
We did it so smoothly this time.
They look so friendly.
And I'm just gonna throw you all over to the side over here.
Great.
Okay.
Okay. And then let me go ahead and get the nightmares into initiative order.
Oh, nightmares. Oh no.
Okay. So, and they go first. So, the nightmare wisps, they're not really interested in you all. They're kind of more interested in the vessel, and they're gonna start shooting at it with little magma bolts. And each one of them is gonna take one shot at it.
Oh no.
A 15 and a 22 will hit for 8 total points of damage to the submarine as it starts just getting piddled with these little blasts of bolts from these little wispy boys. That's gonna put us at Ellida's turn.
Are these dudes so rude?
Yeah. I'm gonna do. Oh my god. Ooh. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. God, which one? Okay, we're gonna do enemies abound. Can I do that? If I could, can I see them or can I not see them?
You can see them. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do enemies abound on I don't know, this one on the left, down, left.
Okay.
West.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead and post the spell in chat.
Yeah. That one. No, sorry, wrong one. That's wrong. It's this one.
There we go. Okay.
120 feet's better.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Intelligence saving throw. It failed. So it believes the failed target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies. Perfect. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the save. Okay. I love it.
Which one did you do that on?
I think it was this one down here, right?
Yep, that one.
Okay.
What does this look like as you do so, as you cast enemies abound on it, Raichkyu?
So Ellida's just gonna starts staring very intensely in kind of that direction of that creature, and it's all like a mental thing. So she's just honestly staring it down, maybe glowing a little bit, and then as it starts to turn around and look at somebody else, very very simple, very simple on the outside, but a lot happening.
Nice. I love it. All right, perfect. Anything more for Ellida?
No.
Beautiful. That's going to make it Brennard's turn.
All right. So I am going to summon my Eldritch Cannon. So just for flavor, it's going to build itself out of the ship.
I love it.
And we're going to go with the normal version, and I will blast this guy in the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and roll to hit.
So that is an 18
will
for
hit.
7 damage.
Nice. 7 points of force damage. That's enough actually to kill this one. It's a pretty weak little creature. You're just able to disrupt the force, ballista just targets it and just causes it to kind of detonate from the inside, and bits of shadow and magma go spewing out all over the place, and it's dead.
Nice.
Awesome. Anything more from Brennard?
Nope, that's gonna be all for now.
Fantastic. That's gonna make it Cera's turn.
You didn't put me into the turn order.
Oh,
I rolled a
I'm
10.
My apologies. Let me go.
No, you're good.
It's Melu's turn.
I didn't want to interrupt anyone, so I just waited.
Yeah, let me get you.
I'm gonna try and save my spells, and I am going to Sacred Flame, the one that Brennard did not just kill, obviously.
Okay.
We're
Absolutely.
gonna burn it with righteous flame.
Yes.
And that's gonna be a saving throw from the wisps. DC 16.
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
The flame, the wisp makes it. Is it half damage, or is it? Oh, this is a cantrip.
It's a cantrip, so no.
So yeah, it manages to merges back into the magma as the flame is going off right next to it, and it just reforms, kind of snickering. Anything more?
I I don't want to cast spiritual weapon right now, so I think I'm gonna stay. I think that's all I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
All right, that's gonna make it Cera's turn.
Sarah's going to target this guy right here, and she is going to pop off an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as a reminder before you do that, so this one gets a save every time it takes damage, so...
That is true.
We'll target this one then.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. And a 27 will definitely hit for 12 points of force damage. That is going to kill it as well,
Woo.
as it just eats into it. Pop. Anything more for Cera?
That'll be all.
Excellent. With that, that's going to put us at the top of the round, but not before the submarine, the Pyroclastic Mark 1 moves. It gets all the way over here. I'm going to go ahead and let me just reveal this real quick. Come on. There you go. As you guys move in further, however, more of these creatures start bubbling out of the magma, accosting y'all as you progress closer to the place. This one is real confused though. It's gonna fly after the sub, but it's gonna see its friend come out of the lava. Oh, then they all have enemies about on them. Why is that? And it's gonna shoot at its friend, mistaking it for mistaking it for Ellida. I think that was like the effect, is that it made all the enemies look like Ellida. He's gonna shoot at his own little friend there. Boop. An 18 definitely hits. It's immune to fire damage, but the 6 necrotic is enough to kill it.
Nice.
As its own shadowy brother kills it. But the other 2 nightmare wisps, they're gonna shoot at the sub. An 8 won't hit, but a 15 will. For 6 points of necrotic damage because it's resistant to fire damage. So the sub is just taking it's taking some dings, it's taking some hits. It's still holding you all afloat, but it's getting there. That's gonna make it Ellida's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do Chaos Bolt because I have Firebolt, but it's not gonna be very helpful. So I'm gonna hope that Chaos Bolt ends up being not fire damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Go in and roll the hit.
All right, it's gonna be on the top right one, top one, the one that the other one isn't in clear view.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
All right, let's go. And I guess I'll do it at level 1.
And 11 is just enough. Oh, sorry. 8 to hit. Unfortunately, won't do it with the natural one, unless you wanted to do Wild Magic Surge.
Yeah.
Or Tides of Chaos, rather.
Tides of Chaos, please.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just take the 17 instead, and that definitely hits for 11 total points of damage. Did you want to do fire or thunder damage?
Thunder.
Thunder? Okay. So dealing the thunder damage, just this clap of thunderous energy bursts through this little nightmare creature and causes it to explode, detonating and dying. Very nice.
Wait.
Anything more for Ellida?
No.
Okay, perfect. That is going to make it Brennard's turn.
All right, so I will blast this last one in front of us with my cannon.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the hit. An 11 hits with 11 points of force damage is also enough to kill this one.
Nice.
Cleaning these guys up.
And then as my action, Brennard will pull out his now modified into a firearm rod that he picked up from the necromancer last time. which is like this piece. It's like a stick of intricately carved wood with like a silver skull head on the top, and he is going to blast out the necrotic magic missile from it.
Nice. Are you shooting the one that has the enemies abound on it?
Yes.
Are you using magic missile, or are you doing like a different thing?
My only cantrip is shocking grasp, so I'm using magic missile.
Gotcha. Yeah. And 9 points of damage is absolutely more than enough to make this guy just explode into magma shadowy debris as well as the bolts of energy collide with it. Very nice. Anything more?
Nope, that's all.
Fantastic. That's going to put us at Melu's turn. Melu.
Okay, are there any more alive ones?
None that you can see, but you do feel like there's like another little leg of this trip before.
There might be more coming. Okay,
Would
I'm
it
going.
be possible to hold action until they pop up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm gonna hold Sacred Flame for when I see one.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect. And Cera?
Cera is going to hold an Eldritch Blast until she sees another one pop up.
Perfect. All right, and that puts us at the top of the round. We're going to go ahead and have the... I keep wanting to call it the Scooty Pup Jr. for some reason. We're going to have the Pyroclastic Mark 1.
No, this is now Scooty Pup Jr.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I don't make the rules, but once you come out with something like that, it is Scooty Pup Jr.
Scooty Pup Jr.
So the Scooty Pup Jr. continues through the lava, and you find yourselves like at the end of this cave, at the center point here, which isn't on the map, but it's kind of like to the far end, is a almost like what could be considered landfall, and there's like a little, you can see like there's almost like a small island in the lava, kind of like over here. Oh, hold on. Like here. Don't be purple. It's not gonna be great.
Don't be purple.
Here we go.
At least then.
It's like an island over here. But as y'all are coming out this direction as well, you see more of these creatures, these shadowy things, almost as if they're flowing out of the island. Out of the island. You see several of them just hanging out in the area around it. And as you guys get closer, your held action goes off. So, Melu, go ahead and roll the Sacred Flame. Cera, go ahead and roll that Eldritch Blast.
Well, whoever I'm casting Sacred Flame on has to roll a DC 16 saving throw.
DC 16 Dexterity. 12. So it fails, and it takes the 9 Radiant, and it poofs as well. It's almost like you're like exercising the flame out, the shadow out from it with the holy flame. And a 22 also hits for 11 points of force damage, and it also just explodes very, very, very big as it pops. But there are still 2 up, and they are going to take shots with their magma bolts at the Scooty Pup Jr. 12, 1 hits. Oh, that didn't mean to roll that twice. But it only takes 4 points of damage. The sub is dinged up, but it's still holding. There's no leaks or anything just yet. But that's gonna put us at Ellida's turn.
I don't like how you said just yet.
Just yet.
So there's 2 left. Okay. I'm gonna do, I guess, another Chaos Bolt at the one that's farthest. Just straight ahead, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Go on and roll the hit.
Okay. I'm still doing it at level 1.
Craig, no. Sorry, give me 1 second. Craig is being Craig.
Or Craig.
Do you not have any damage dealing cantrips?
I have Firebolt, but they're resistant to fire, so that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just using level 1s right now. I'm trying to be wiser about how we spend these.
There it is. Okay, should be good to go now. Where were we? Sorry, apologies. So yes, roll to hit. 21 definitely hits for 13 total points of damage. Psychic or fire?
Psychic.
Psychic. Yes, and that is enough. 13 again, totally enough damage to just make this thing explode. It
Okay.
dies.
Cool.
Perfect. Anything more?
Nope.
Excellent. That's gonna make it Brennard's turn.
All right, and I will cannon that last one.
Absolutely, going to roll it. $14 hits for 7 points of force, which is again just enough.
Woo!
Boom. And you'll just wipe these guys out. Nice. And with that, I'm gonna hand wave the rest because y'all are out of combat now, and y'all make it to the island
In the Scooty Puff Jr.
in the Scooty Puff Jr.
Hell yeah.
Yay! All right. The island itself is odd. It seems almost like it's been caught up in like a little bit of like a bubble of air in this magma fault deep underneath the city. But it appears that this place is several thousand years old. Just walking around, there's like a large. It's kind of like a little bit of like a floating chunk. But the main thing that you notice is that there's a large ruined building near the center of it. And Vorus, he'll park the Scooty Puff Jr. and get out and say, "We need to go into that building. That was where the captain touched it, the machine."
How are we not dying from the heat down here? You know, I'm just not going to think about it too much, and I'm going to follow him.
It's magic, baby.
SPF 1000.
Hey.
Oh gosh, especially for Cera. She's so fucking pale, dude.
Melu is a drow.
They're both just like, bruh.
But yeah, heading up the steps towards the temple with Vorus in the lead. I'm gonna say Brennard specifically. Make me a history check.
Sure.
As you're approaching.
History. Hello, Loch Ness Gamer.
Gamer, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid.
So I got
Hello.
a 10 on this, but I am going to use my saving face for the Hobgoblin. So I can re-roll an ability check with a bonus equal to the number of allies within 30 feet. So I get a 28 instead.
Wow, a 28? Oh my god. Okay. So with the 28, you definitely recognize that this building is Dakaran. Like, it's definitely from, like, you can tell that this building is at least maybe 5,000 years old at the earliest, potentially even older than that. It's crumbling and it's fairly poorly preserved in this magma bubble, but you do find that like it definitely has the unmistakable look of a Dakaran settlement or Dakaran structure.
This is all goblin architecture.
What would they be doing down here?
Yeah.
We used to control this entire continent until humans showed up.
Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, it was thousands of years ago now, but
I too
Sorry.
apologize for all the humans.
Yeah. I'm not even human. I just feel like I should apologize.
We feel like we should apologize for them. It's fine.
Oh yeah, about those humans? Are bad.
Yes, I could totally pass as human. The same way I'm a halfling.
Someone in this party believes you're a halfling.
I've seen some of these in the cogs from afar, but like going into one, this is. Brennard is like starry-eyed right now. This is his dream.
Yeah. And I think sorry, go on.
Sarah's just like, this is rather amazing, and I can only imagine how you in particular would feel about it.
And I think Brainerd, your excitement grows even further, actually, as you continue up the steps into what maybe potentially was at one point a temple. The building is so worn down at this point, it's a little difficult to tell. But at the central of it, you see a strange-looking device. It's kind of hard to see tell which end of it is the front and which end of it is the back, and then you recognize that it's actually kind of it's almost like it's being held aloft from the ceiling, almost like a chandelier, as it's kind of in the central, this kind of semi-central location of this chapel, of this temple, and directly underneath it you see the figure of a man. The dragon mark on his back, or on his arm, clearly visible and glowing brightly, like so brightly that it's illuminating the area around him in like the semi-darkness. Vorus will say this is the place.
Holy.
Who is that?
He's the captain. He's who touched this damn thing. And he'll gesture at the contraption up in the being held aloft in the ceiling.
Okay. That looks like an issue.
I tried to warn him, but that damn fool never listens to me. Vorus will say under his breath as he starts to prepare something. You see him marking down on the ground like a circle with various components from his bag.
Cera is going to roll a little medicine check on the captain.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and check him out just to see how he's doing.
Brennard is going to pull out his wand of detect magic and scan around the room, and then also at the chandelier thing and see if anything else is magical and like what type of magic it's irradiating.
Definitely. So 16, I would say that the captain seems to be in a similar state that Zacharia was in. Slight malnutrition, slight dehydration, probably more heavy dehydration because of the environment that he was left in, unconscious. But he's still alive, definitely. But he is comatose. You go to rouse him and nothing happens. Brennard, as you pull your wand of magic detection out and you begin to just go around the room, there is a heavy conjuration energy pulsating off of this eldritch machine, but also you get the sense of there's almost like maybe like a little bit of a little bit of abjuration magic too, maybe. It's kind of odd. It's giving you like multiple magical signals.
Can I identify anything further about like what the purpose of it is or was?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check, but at disadvantage.
All right.
Ooh, double 18s. Oh man. I'm gonna say with a double 18 that you get the sense that somehow you're not able to tell what the purpose of the machine is, but you do get the sense that whatever is going on, the dragon mark associated with the captain, it seems to be drawing power from it somehow.
I think it's trying to use him as a battery.
What?
I mean, it makes sense. The Mark of Storm generates energy. It controls elementals. It's how you power airships.
That sounds painful.
How do you get it to stop?
I'm not sure. I guess turn it off would be the best way.
And then the question becomes, how do we turn it off?
And with that, Vorus has finished prepping his magic circle. And he looks over to you all and he says, "Okay, I think I'm ready. Come and sit down." And he gestures to the space he's prepared. As he does so, you all feel a rumble underneath your feet as you can all feel the substance, the surface of this platform, the foundation of it rock. Looking out the temple doors, you can see at the edge of this island at least a dozen, potentially more of those like nightmarish wisp things that you had encountered up until this point. You see them all looking up at the temple, looking your direction, but they don't encroach upon you. In fact, They dive into the lava, and as they do so, it's still for a moment, but then the foundation begins to rock even further, and the ruin starts to crumble slightly as this happens.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of time.
Don't worry, Vorus says. The time will become a little... You'll have more time in the dream. And he gestures to the circle again. Quick, come, lay down.
All right.
Does exactly that.
Yeah, they just follow his instructions.
Damn, how am I supposed to sleep when I'm in a goblin ruin for the first time?
Just do it, Brennard.
Brennard,
You should be asking how are two of us supposed to sleep at all, but
yes, that's also a question. I mean, we can sleep.
Vorus will say, actually, your drow friend is correct. Common misconception, elves can sleep. They just, for the most part, choose not to. It's weird for them.
yes, it's very weird.
It is.
Yeah. Vorus will be like, yes, streaming is very weird, and I'll have a friend on the inside. He'll be able to help you out where you're going. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Vorus says, almost to himself more than anything.
What's your friend's name?
Zerov.
To
I
Rob.
thought it was going to be Justice. All right then.
Yep. Melu lays down.
Cera sits.
Yes. So entering into the circle, you feel the foundation rock again as Vorus begins to chant, and you see him begin to cast in the air, writing glowing sigils in the from magic in the sky as he does so, and the circle on the ground glows with an arcane magic as he continues to chant, and you all feel a wave of lethargy flow over you, and you all fall peacefully to sleep if you let it.
Guess I'll let it.
Yeah, well, I'll let it.
I will let
Everyone
it, even
fights
if
it a
Brennard
little
does
bit.
kind of want to stay awake and just keep studying this place.
Melu also fights it a little tiny bit. They're not.
Yeah, like it's just natural because it's so unnatural to them. It's like
Yeah. And as you do so, you fall into a deep sleep. And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and take our first break.
Oh my god!
break time.
Alrighty, we're gonna
So
take
much
about
happening.
a 10-minute break, everybody. We will be back at 8:30 EST, 7:30 CST for our CST friends. But yeah, stick around. We're just, oh man, now things are about to get real exciting.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, stick around. We'll be right back.
Live.
Hello and welcome back, Guilders, to Exploits of the Golden Shadows, episode 5. Welcome back in, everybody. Oh, Mist, is the ambiance coming through now?
Oh,
Just wanted to double check.
I don't hear it right now. Yep, now
It's a
it
little
is.
quiet. Okay, perfect. Welcome back, everybody. When we last left the party, our good Prowl was putting a good Kalashtar buddy was putting the party to sleep. As y'all wake up, quote unquote, as y'all emerge onto this dream plane, you'll find yourselves in a little bit of a similar place to where you had talked to Ptolemy, funnily enough, but instead of it being in this nice lounge where you had eaten with Ptolemy, instead you find yourself on the blasted landscape that had been just outside of it. It is dark and dreary. Ever-present black storm clouds cover the sky with occasional bolts of blue-black lightning arcing out of the sky and hitting the ground, causing it to explode into a peak of glass as it does so. And as some of these lightning bolts are occasionally highlighting large shadowy figures that are moving in the background. And you find yourself awake on this plane, but you also find yourself like it's very dreamlike, right? So in the first few moments of your quote unquote consciousness, you see out into this landscape, right? And you take in this full sight. And then as you do so, you pivot 180 degrees and you find behind you a large domed city, like established on this like landscape, and you find yourself like right near the edge of the not at the entryway exactly. You're like maybe 40 50 some odd feet off from the way, and you see strange shadowy figures, smaller this time, not as big as the ones walking across the landscape, but smaller ones with nasty looking weapons standing guard at the door. Y'all are taking in this moment when you see a small spot of light, just almost like a glowing will-o'-the-wisp, kind of float up to you, and it goes, "Hey, it's me,
Saraz?
Sarav. Yes, it's me. You made it."
You're a will-o'-wisp?
I, I, it's easiest form to take in this place. It's also pretty subtle. Oh, speaking of, you're not going to be able to get in looking like this. And it will like do like the classic like fairy thing like from a Disney movie, and will like spin around all of you. And as it does so, you all transform visually, not physically, just visually, as it casts illusory magic on you, and you all turn into nightmare forms of yourselves. So really, just quick, I want to go around the table. What does your nightmare form look like?
Well, Timbo, you're really just putting us on the spot here.
I know it. I know it.
Yeah. I feel like Melu's like nightmare version is like somehow like an even paler lavender color, and they've got like longer hair that's like kind of crazy and matted. Their antlers are maybe a little bit larger and a little bit more like creepy, look more like like tree branches a little bit. Like the kinds that scratch at your window in the middle of the night and freak you out. Something like that. They look like some kind of like creepy deer fused with some hermit that lived in the woods.
I'm almost getting like a little bit like a Wendigo kind of vibe too.
A little bit, probably. Maybe.
I love it. Very creepy.
Cera looks like she's grown about a foot, and she looks like a being of just like darkness, but she's also translucent, and you can literally see like stars within her, but like her limbs are longer, and she's got like claw-like fingers, and everything about her just looks very jagged, and just every once in a while you'll just maybe see like stars within her body just like blip out of existence, and then like with little sparks of like purplish magic, more will pop into existence in different colors.
Hell yeah. I love that. Awesome.
Brennard is his features are all elongated and stretched out, with his arms reaching to the ground, except they've kind of turned into almost like tree trunks with root-like fingers, and from his back are sprouting tree trunks that look like his arcane cannon. And so he's kind of like this mixture of goblin features and tree-like features carved into a replica of a goblin.
Awesome. That's so cool. And Ellida?
Lida's nightmare form is going to be several different creature heads on top of I guess a wheel like structure with like eyes everywhere on the wheels, and some like wings, like extra like torn wings in the back. It does not look human at all, or any kind of anything.
Amazing. I love it. Perfect. Yes, and the will-o'-the-wisp, after it's done with its job, it will like, you'll kind of see it like almost imperceptibly shiver to itself, and it'll go, man, y'all are real creepy. Sometimes I scare myself. But yes, I'm glad that you're here. You might be able to stop it. I won't be able to get into the city because they don't let light dreams in there, only nightmares. But you should be able to stop it. There's a big fervor going on in the market today, and something about an old temple being reactivated. That must be what's causing the issue in your world. If you can get in there and stop it, then whatever's happening in the waking world should cease. But if you don't, and it kind of like it dims slightly. And then it says, well, let's just say you don't want that to happen. You don't want that.
All right. Well,
For a split second, Sarah's just kind of like, how the hell are we supposed to do this?
Melu's in the same exact state of mind. They're like going through the motions in that way that like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just try to fake it until we get it right.
Right, like usually Sarah's she's very good at being able to like fake like I've got a plan, we've got this, like very seeming very hyper competent. And in this moment, at least for a split second, she's like, what the fuck, dude?
I got a question. So, if we're all seeing this, like, is this one of our dreams? Whose dream are we in?
It seems like this is more of another plane.
I think this is where all dreams take place. At least the nightmares.
Please, if I'm incorrect, please tell me.
The will of the wisp will float and say it's a little bit of all of those in between. This place is the origin of both dream and nightmare. Not all who dream, not all mortals who dream find this place, but some do accidentally. And those are usually where the worst nightmares come from.
Oh, that's nice.
That's why we must keep the nightmares here. We must keep them locked to this plane. You might have already seen a few of them slipping out. The
Like
small
those
ones,
fire things.
the small ones can get through the cracks, but for the big ones, they need something bigger.
So why do you think you know who took us here? Doesn't that seem like a weird choice?
We have to get the people who fell asleep, right?
No.
Gotta
I
wake
don't
'em
mean
up.
him. I mean the last time we were here. When we were eating.
Tom?
Follow me?
I wasn't gonna say. I was trying to
Because-
be secretive.
Oh,
Because this is, like our good friend here said, it's a place where all of these things can join. It's probably the only place that he could have brought us. And he tried to carve out his own space within it.
mm-hmm. I get the feeling that was a choice of lack of better options.
Mm-hmm. Just like we have a lack of better options, and we need to go in
Right now.
there.
All right, then let's get going.
Okay, perfect. So as you approach the gate, the will of the wisp wishes you good luck. The setting at the gate, there are two individual shadow creatures. Their forms are a little bit hard to pin down. One of them seems to be a nightmare of some kind of disgusting chitinous creature, insectine, and another one appears to be some kind of aquatic creature. There's tentacles and gills. It's hard to kind of look at both of them. But as you all walk past into the city, go ahead and make me performance checks to see how convincing of a nightmare that you are.
Yeah, of course.
A whole 3. Brennard's not good at this.
Neither is Melu. Oh,
I'm
I
excellent,
rolled
thank
okay
you.
though. Ugh.
So this was
Neither is Melu,
Rolls an 18.
right?
So this was a collective check. and altogether y'all rolled over 63 or 66. Even with Brainerd's 3, I think that like maybe the guards are like a little suspicious of him. Like maybe he's still kind of getting the positioning of his limbs correct, but he's quick enough through the gate, and y'all are convincing enough that they pay you no mind, and they think maybe he's just having an off day. As you progress into the city proper, you find yourself in a bazaar. There are stands and tables set up everywhere. And nightmarish creatures are walking to and fro. Some of them are humanoid. Some of them are not humanoid. Some of them are like giant centipedes curled up along along as they're walking around. Others are just like large faces floating through the sky. There's all kinds of fucked up shit going on in this place. But the thing that really catches your eye is the wares on the table. Each of you, I think, see something that maybe catches your eye a little bit. Brainerd, I think over like in one side of the market, you see somebody is selling like they almost look like old classic style Dakaran weaponry, and you see one of them is a small circlet, or sorry, like a small like buckler that is engraved heavily in runes and the like. Ellida, I think that you see over in another section of the bazaar, you see an individual has these large chunks of like brown green, almost opalescent stones, and as he touches them, like the stone glows with an inner light before generating almost like a glowing incorporeal spirit of an animal. This one is like a panther that like kind of generates out of the stone. And Melu, what catches your ear is you hear somebody hawking dreams. They are selling dreams for sale. Come and get your dreams. Would anybody like to go first?
Ellida can. Ellida is going to go look at the stone with the animals.
Yes, absolutely. And as you move up, you see that the individual, you can hear what he's saying. He's speaking common, funnily enough, or at least maybe he's speaking common. You hear it kind of in your mind more than anything. Sound is a little funny in this place, but as you move up, he goes, yes. Petrified world tree chunks. Petrified world tree chunks. A chunk of the nature spirit. The chunk of the nature spirit's soul encaptured in this petrified. Come one, come all.
How much? How much is it?
What do you have for trade?
She just thinks and remembers the last time this happened. What do you want?
We deal in memories, emotions, dreams, that kind of thing. Experiences.
This is my first time venturing to this marketplace.
Stay on the north side of mostly stay on the north side of the city.
Yeah. Yes, the north side. The north side is where I stay typically.
The creature doesn't have a nose, but you get the sense that it's wrinkling its nose at you.
Maybe a little south of there, not all the way, not all the way north, if you know what I mean. Not like all the way. I wander a lot.
So what do you have? What do you have for sale?
What do I have?
Or what do you have to trade for this?
I mean, you said I have experience.
Sarah's like, I should go retrieve her.
Are you sure? Maybe after last time we should just let her keep digging again.
No, the stakes are even higher this time. Absolutely not.
While they're walking away and kind of distracted, Melu's gonna go towards the person who's talking about selling dreams.
Yeah, Brennard is
absolutely.
also heading to that buckler.
Sorry, give me just 1 second. I see that the the audio died for the
Yes.
ambiance. Give me one
Oh,
second.
I
did.
was just about to message you.
Thank you. Give me 1 second. Shoot. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Why it just like dies occasionally. Sad face. There we go. Should be working now.
Sweet.
Is it not coming through? Okay. Turn up a little bit. Okay, cool. Yes. So the party kind of splits, heading out into the marketplace. We'll do Melu first. So Melu, you come up to a vendor and you see that on their stand they have numerous little funny differently shaped jars, and in those jars there's this kind of wispy, strange, kind of ethereal substance floating inside of it.
I'll walk up to them and I'm gonna very gently be like, "What kind of dreams are you selling?"
All kinds of dreams. What dreams of flight? Dreams of a past noble, perhaps? What kind of dreams are you looking for?
Maybe something to help someone remember something from a long time ago?
How long ago?
I guess about 81 years.
It's a very specific number. Let me see, and the creature will begin to dig, like going through
Maybe
different
82,
bottles and stuff.
to be
82.
safe.
Any particular perspective or person?
Their own perspective, remembering something from when they were like a baby.
Well, most of the perspectives and the memories, the dreams, etc., that we get in here are from mortals. Do you know the mortal in question?
I wouldn't, I guess.
Might be a little difficult for me to find them. I might not even have them on hand. And the creature looks around, and there's at least like 100 bottles, like you can see tucked down behind in multiple drawers and stuff. I might be able to locate the individual if you had I don't know, a piece of their skin or hair, some kind of physical material, or maybe another one of their dreams. I might be able to match it to.
Oh, well, what if I told you that they were a dark elf, but they were on Corvair, which is kind of rare.
Let me see, and it'll begin to look through it. Out of character, above the table, are you looking for a memory of you when you were a baby?
Yes, as I was thinking, maybe like just some kind of memory to figure out who my parents were.
What are
Okay.
you talking
Okay.
about, Melu? You're still a baby.
I'm not a baby.
So I'm gonna say, it's gonna look around and it's gonna say, I don't have any drow from Corvair from 80 years ago. The closest one I have, and he looks at it, and he goes, it's several thousand years old.
Well, I'd still be interested.
Okay. What do you have for trade? We do standard barter here at the market. Dreams, experiences, memories, hopes, feelings, etc.
By a feeling.
Hope, happiness. You know, usually tied to a powerful memory.
And if I trade it away, will that take it from me permanently?
Well, you won't have the memory anymore, right? Yes. That's how bartering works. You trade one thing for another. It looks at you a little confused, like it does it like
I was trying to determine whether or not it was taking away the ability for me to be happy, not the memory.
Well, normally for mortals, when we take from them, it's permanent. But you would know that. and it kind of gives you an eye. You would know that.
Know
Clearly.
that. So wait, okay, above the table. I'm trying to figure
Uh-huh.
out. So does he mean that like if I trade away a happy memory, just that memory is gone, not like Melu's never going to be able to be happy again?
If you trade away a happy memory, that memory will be gone.
That's correct.
Okay, okay.
I would also say in this moment we're gonna get a little meta, and like because your memories and experiences are tied to your character directly, you can also trade away proficiencies and stuff too, right? Because all those proficiencies are like things that you trained in. Same with languages, you can remove your memories of that kind of stuff. However, this is going to have actual consequences for your character, like in roleplay, right? Like, so for example, if your character learned how to use a specific weapon from their parent, right, and they remove that proficiency, then a lot of those memories of their parents are going to be gone with it too, right?
Good to know. Good to know. Maybe go to someone else for a second. Let me think.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we cut over to Brainerd. Brainerd, you're examining like this wares on this table. You see like lots of like kind of just bits and pieces, like lots of things that don't look like full complete sets, but you do see one thing on the table that does look like a complete Dakaran artifact, and it's like engraved in clearly enchanted magic.
What does this do? And he'll point it out, and I assume that's the buckler.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the creature will grab the buckler and he'll say, "Yes, this is a special device, several thousand years old at this point. Watch." And it will do a gesture with it while holding it, and radiating out from the edges of the buckler, like a glowing force mass appears, and it becomes like a regular full-size shield. And the creature will go, "This thing will prevent you, or will help prevent you from being hit by certain magical forces and such. Quite expensive, quite the collector's item, but for the right sort, I might be convinced to part with it."
And what kind of sort would that be?
We do standard trade here: dreams, memory, hopes, feelings, that kind of, that kind of thing. Just like that guy over there, and he'll point at literally just any random stand nearby who's selling weird looking food on a stick.
Well,
There's always one.
you said it's a collector's item, so I wasn't sure if you were looking for something more specific.
I mean, make your offer.
I would like to offer Brennard's memories of inventions that he let his cousin Roran de Caneth take credit for.
Ooh.
Okay, I like that. Yes. So the creature will look forward towards you and say, "Oh, interesting. I'm getting invention. I'm getting deceit, jealousy, even maybe. Oh, interesting. Oh, yes, a very tasty memory. And you would give me the lot, all of these?"
Yes.
I think we have a deal. And with that, the creature will move forward and pull from you like threads of like glowing misty energy that it will then grab with its weird shadowy claw-like hand, pulling it into a nearby jar and closing it tight. Brainerd, you now have no memory of any of that of occurring, but you can see in the jar, you can see it's from your perspective, from your view, and you can see like your hands working on stuff, and then eventually like the blueprints being stolen and the like, and all that. It's all like playing out from your perspective like a video in this little jar as you hand over these memories. And the creature will go, "A fair trade indeed," and it will hand you the shield. The shield is a spell guard shield.
Ooh.
I'll go ahead and I'll put it into your character sheet. Though this might not work, actually. I'll just send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Who would like to go next?
I have something. If Sarah can go first.
You know what? No, go ahead.
Sorry. I did think of something. Melu is going to pull out their mace. Like a mace that you hit someone with. It is a
Sure.
weapon that they decided that they were not very good with, but they've carried it this whole time just in case. And they're going to say, I will offer you my memories of learning how to use this.
Okay.
Use it.
God damn it! Did the thing die again? Why does it keep
Yeah.
doing
It
that?
did.
Yes.
Oh, shit. He's having a real hard time. Give me 1 second. I got an idea.
Also, is Craig no longer in the call?
He is not.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Give me 1 second.
Craig, Mert.
Craig,
This
why
is-
are you do this, Craig? He didn't even
This
tell
is-
me he disconnected this time either. He just was like, bye.
This
Craig
is
just
why I
said I'm
was
out.
talking to you all about how to use OBS so that I could learn how to use OBS for recording my D&D games.
Now recording.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig.
this audio recording is fucked. Whatever, we'll figure it out. It's fine. It's all just for posterity's sake, anyways.
It's scuffed.
Fine.
Whatever. It's good enough. It's
We
fine.
got
We got the blood.
VODs.
I do apologize. Where were we?
I'm gonna clarify a little bit what I was trying to say. I am going to tell him that I am going to give him the memories associated with this particular mace that I'm holding.
Okay.
Which
What would
Melu
those-
used to like take into the woods and try and teach themselves how to use.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that do you have proficiency with maces?
I have proficiency with simple weapons.
I would say that if you were willing to give up your simple weapon proficiency, that would be sufficient in this moment.
Oh no, I can't do that. My axe is also a simple weapon. I thought I could give up memories. I wasn't trying to
can-
give up a proficiency.
But you're going to give
You
it what's
can-
associated with that as well.
I mean,
Right,
at this
right,
point, don't you mostly use spells just to play devil's advocate here?
I do, but the axe does come up. If I can't cast for some reason, the axe is all I have right now.
Yeah, the ambience should be back now.
Okay. Okay.
Also, to be fair, Timbo, if you would like, I can get rid of one of my tool proficiencies.
Sure, we'll say
Alright.
that. Yeah. That also was like whatever tool proficiency that would make sense in that context for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't really have any other proficiency.
Do you have like if there is strong memories attached to the mace, right? Like if Melu was potentially trained by maybe a halfling brother or maybe their father, right? Like if there's
Yeah.
some form of like significance to that, then that would make more sense. As it's basically it needs to signify some form of loss, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I guess I'll. Yeah, I don't really have anything else I can use, so I guess I can't get it. My only other option is to give up the ability to speak Elvish.
You don't have any potential like good memories that might be valued? The being will ask.
Would want to trade away.
That's fair. I'm a bit of a hoarder myself, it will say, and it will chuckle in a weird way that doesn't sound right as it does so.
Oh, like
I
a Dark
have
Souls NPC.
one possible suggestion if you want it.
Sure.
What about trading away the memory of the face that you saw in the mists?
That's so tied to their goals, though. That's the thing, is I have like a really tight character. I don't really have. Like, I don't even have like a language that I don't use.
Did anyone ever slight them? in their life. Maybe a bad relationship with a friend they want to forget.
Maybe, probably not. Like, they traveled with their family most of the time. I can keep thinking about this. Someone else can go.
Okay, we come back to Ellida then. Ellida, has she come up with something that she might want to trade away?
I will
She
say that in this time, Cera has decided to move to Ellida, so she is standing like just kind of behind her, and she's like debating whether she should say something.
Alita's just like trying to figure out what could work, and she's just like weighing options in her head. She's like, do you take somebody's like bad memory?
How bad are we talking? Are we talking memories of torture or
No, no. I. She's like thinking. She's like, can you take like one? I don't know. She's like trying to figure it out, like how to explain it. This person.
Cera's,
Go ahead.
Sarah's going to just kind of like lean over and whisper in her ear, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Mm.
Look, just without getting into it too much, I know something about giving up a part of yourself to attain a goal. And you have to ask yourself, when will you stop? And at what point are you even the same person anymore? It's really easy to try and get rid of things that make you you, but at the end of the day, those are what make you you.
Lita's face kind of. Well, I mean, underneath the horrifying look she has on right now, but like, her whole demeanor just kind of falters a little bit. Like, he really much appreciates Sarah being so one-on-one with her. And divulging a part of herself like that. And so, like, after like a few brief moments of silence, she just. Actually, I don't have anything.
Well,
Sorry.
that's fair. Look, no, I would expect something from some. I would expect such someone from the north side of the city. No worries. Yes. Please move aside for an actual customer. And it will like kind of shuffle you to the side.
Well, it's not that north, not that north. She clarifies, having no idea what that means.
We should collect everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, good
Well,
idea.
So I'll say, while Sarah and Ellida, while y'all are kind of trying to find everybody else in the marketplace, y'all are moving about, and you do hear whispers from these other shadowy dream nightmare entities that there's something going on, that there are tickets being sold to the big old temple up the road, and that there might be something big going on.
Oh. Sarah, did you hear? You hear what they're all. People are talking about something.
Sounds like that's where we need to be. Let's find Brennard and Melu.
Okay. Good plan.
At that point, Melu is offering their drow high magic feat.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
They'll
It's
the
oh wait, I
yeah.
mean, my other option is my pan flute. I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe the pan flute is the better idea. I'm just worried he's gonna tell me it's not worth it again.
So do you offer the high magic?
I'll start with the pan flute and say I can play an instrument I was trained to play an instrument. Would giving that up work?
Who are they trained by?
Good question.
Probably someone in the caravan?
Were they particularly fond of this person?
Maybe? I really did not flesh out their family outside of their parents.
I'm just asking questions like, would they be prepared to not think of that person ever again?
Yeah, that is the question, isn't it? I mean, probably. Like, I feel like the people that they wouldn't want to forget are their parents.
But did they learn the flute while they were around their parents?
Maybe. I mean, they were around their parents all the time in the caravan.
Yeah, so you might be losing some memories with your parents in them. Like, for
But
example,
not, like,
let's say you...
all memories of my dad because he was the one who taught it to me, like, kind of
Yeah.
deal. Like,
But, like,
would
are you
just
willing
be the
to say,
memories of your
like,
dad.
you know, 50-year-old Melu playing the flute on the first time and, like, remembering seeing her parents, like, front and center watching?
And like maybe seeing like them light up with joy, seeing Melu like play it, and
Yeah,
the
like,
pride
there's
that
those
Melu
kind of
may have
memories,
felt,
too, to
like
think
that's
about.
just gone.
yeah, okay. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. My only other option is the feet. So, I guess I'll just walk away. I don't think I really have anything that this guy wants. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, God damn it. I've been told that the audio is that again. What is going on?
It doesn't like it
When it
tonight.
rains, when it rains, it fucking pours. Give me 1 second. Why is it? Why are you like this? So yeah, so you all, Melu, like eyes locked on the jar of cloudy dreams. Um, as y'all kind of move away, we cut back to the group. They've all reconvened. I think at this point, probably all of y'all had heard at this point the rumors going on in the marketplace.
And Brennard has a fancy new shield.
And Brennard's got a fancy new shield.
Cera looks at the shield, looks at Brennard, looks at the shield again, looks at Brennard again, and doesn't say anything.
Melu is genuinely like downtrodden and a little upset at the moment.
What's wrong, Melu?
It's fine. We should focus on what we're doing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because whatever this is, it's palpable.
I feel like that was my chance to finally find something out, and I didn't have anything I could give.
Could give or wanted to give?
I mean,
Or you
both.
felt worthwhile giving?
I all of the above. The things I didn't want to give would probably have been worth it, but the things that I did want, or that I would be willing to part with, they didn't seem to want them, so...
Well, it sounds to me like there's another way to achieve your goals then.
So sure about that.
It always feels that way.
Nobody has any information about the people. Nobody. The Golden Shadows don't have any information on it.
Nobody you've met so far.
I guess. I've never even seen another drow.
What were you trying to find out? What were they selling?
There is a memory of an ancient drow. Fine. It's fine.
Maybe once things cool down a bit and we're not on a wild chase across different planes of existence, maybe we could check out something and try to find it ourselves. Even if the Golden
Me.
Shadows don't have information, we have plenty of resources.
Got plenty of resources, and we've got 4 heads we can put together.
Yeah, maybe.
You mean they're selling like people's specific memories?
It seems that way.
It seems like they're selling any and everything that you could ever want.
That also seems to be true.
And that's dangerous.
I mean, this whole plane of existence seems dangerous.
Exactly. And we've got to make our way to the temple. Find a way in, too.
Yeah, we should focus on what we're doing.
Okie dokie. We're going to mosey our way closer to the temple. You know, perhaps listen in on some of the hubbub about what's going on and see if we can find any way to procure some tickets to get in.
Sure, yeah. You see that there is like a lineup going out to this temple, and it's very surreal because oddly enough, the temple, despite it being like not immaculate, but it's not nearly as rundown and ruined, but it is almost identical to the temple in the real world that y'all are currently sleeping in with the strange device in. From the exterior, it looks very, very similar. And there's a big old line of these nightmarish creatures lining up, trying to get in, and the mood that I would describe this as of the people waiting in line is almost upbeat, like they're excited. You hear, sorry, what would y'all like to do?
Before we head that way, I just wanted to make sure, Ellida, did you wanna look at the memories?
Hmm. Nah, we'll keep going.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess Brennard's gonna start heading inside.
Sure. As y'all approach, like heading towards the front of the line, you see that there are like 2 different queues actually. One of them seems to be like toward for a vendor booth, and the other one seems to actually be into the entrance. The entry queue seems much shorter than the vendor queue.
Wait, say that one more time for me.
There are 2 queues. One of the queues goes like is much shorter and goes straight into the temple. The other queue is like the queue to buy the tickets. And there are like and the vendor queue, the queue to buy the tickets, much longer. And there are these nightmarish creatures of all shapes, sizes, and perspectives that you could possibly imagine waiting in this line.
Gotcha. And what about the line that's shorter?
There are
kind of
also
things we seeing in that?
also nightmarish creatures. Although these ones seem to be like they look almost. It's like a little hard to tell, but like these ones almost like appear to be like a little fancier.
Would
It's
these be
yeah.
noble nightmares?
You almost get the sense like that a little bit. Like they do look a little bit more like prim and proper is a little hard to describe when you're talking about a nightmarish creature, but I think I think the thing that sticks out the most is that these creatures seem to be a little bit more well defined than their other nightmarish kin. You know, like they have more well defined physical features almost a little bit like all y'all's.
Cera is going to get in that line without hesitation.
I'm gonna stick close to Cera.
Yeah, I'm also following behind Cera.
Absolutely.
Same with Ellida.
Sorry, go on, Ellida.
I said same with Ellida. She's looking a little distracted. She's sticking
Perfect.
close.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
So y'all, yeah.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, after you.
I was just going to ask, should we have any trouble, would Sarah's position of privilege background help us out, even though we're in the nightmare scape?
You know what? I'll let you make a roll in that moment when it comes to it.
Okay.
Simply due to having the training, right?
I mean, look, it says, thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you, you are welcome in high society, and people assume you have the right to be wherever you are.
Wow, that really is really fitting in this moment, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna allow it. Yeah. So you get the queue progresses fairly quickly, and you get up to the front of the line. Cera is leading the way in nightmare form, and the nightmarish creatures guarding the front of the temple. They don't say anything. They just put like a hand forward, like expecting something, an expectant hand.
Give him a high five.
Sarah gives them a haughty look like, you deign to take something from me?
I love it. Go ahead and make me an intimidation check.
I am going to roll that with inspiration as well.
Okay. Nice, 24. How does Nightmare Sarah glowering at this nightmare individual look? What does that look like?
So you can't really see her eyes because of like this form that she has taken, but she bristles and it looks like the stars, this almost like galaxy that is um embodied within her. It like flashes dangerously and they all start to like grow and then they go back to normal. But it is just this look of, how dare you? Do you not know who I am?
Beautiful, yeah. And I almost like the rising light from your nightmarish form. It kind of cows this smaller nightmarish creature, and it shrinks back down, and it lets you pass without you kind of you don't it doesn't have like eyes like in the traditional sense, but you get the feeling that it's looking away from you, like down.
And
Excellent.
Sarah,
And you all oh, sorry, go on.
yeah, I was just going to say Sarah continues on.
Perfect. And with that cover, you all pass into the temple. You find yourselves at this small section. Like nightmarish creatures are moving to and fro, heading into the central area, and you see already there are several that are packed into pews, in almost like a perverse version of a church. You see one incredibly large nightmarish creature, probably the biggest you've seen yet, standing near the center, where down from the rooftop, the same eldritch machine that you had seen in the waking world is there, but this one isn't sitting inactive. This one is spinning and whirring, and large mechanical claws and hands are peering in, are darting in, and you see that there is a man at the center of it, almost being held aloft in the air by this thing. His dragon mark is glowing incredibly brightly, and he's screaming so loudly. It's filling this room, this temple with his screams as this thing is like whirring around him. And you see directly underneath him. This is about where the machine is at, and directly underneath him, you see something that wasn't in the waking world, almost like a large circular spot on the ground, directly underneath where the man is being held aloft up in the sky. And you see like there are nightmares that are just kind of like they're like having a jovial good time. They're like walking in and they're like chatting with each other, and they're all taking their seats in this room. What do you all do?
I guess Brennard's gonna move in to take a seat.
I was going to say Sarah's going to try and get them closer seats.
I mean, you can sit wherever.
Well, she's trying to gauge, like, all right, you know, how out of place, like, will we look? You know what I mean?
I think that, Sarah, I think that you feel like you could fit in anywhere, but you're not as confident about your compatriots.
Cool. I mean, she would definitely like to have She would definitely like to have Brennard by her side, because whoa,
Did you lose control of your token?
clearly. I was going to say that she would prefer to have Brennard by her side because he could get a closer look at this machine.
Okay.
This contraption.
He'll follow if she's giving him a hint too.
But she's going to sit right up front.
Perfect. I love it. And Ellida?
I think right now, me as a player, and probably Lita can think about is trying to destroy that thing, but doing so right now is not the time for it. So, I think she's going to like to be less conspicuous. I think she's just gonna be like over here.
Sure. I would also say you do notice that on the left and the right wings of this temple, there are like these corridors that run along the side, and like peering in, you can see that there are doors leading into the main chamber from those passageways at points along the main room as well. If you wanted to take that more sneaky as well.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll move Ellida in the corridor then.
Okay.
Wait, so are those like raised at all, or are they like a walled off section?
Like over here, over yonder.
Yeah, the corridors. Like, is that like a mezzanine type deal, or?
A little bit, like it does kind of go up into like a little bit of a higher section. There is kind of like a little bit of an upper area, but you find that Ellida, like especially if you move past, they kind of leads out back behind the event that's going on, almost like backstage.
Oh yeah.
Can Ellida see from there though, or?
There is a doorway right here.
Okay, only through the doorways. All right, that's what I was trying to establish, if this was just like gated off and it was raised, like almost like balcony seats, or.
All right, I got you. Well, this is like a little separate corridor, almost like it leads to like this kind of backstaging area.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Ellida, as you move your way back there, go ahead and make me a stealth roll.
Oh my god, I forgot about my stealth.
Be so stealthy.
I'm trying. Let's see.
So stealthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I might join, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not stealthy enough. Oh no!
Okay, so Ellida, as you're making your way, making your way backstage, I think you get to about right here, when another you bump into like a nightmare creature that's coming from this direction, like they're going the opposite way from you, and it sees you and it goes, are you supposed to be back here?
Yeah, actually, yes, I am supposed to be back here.
I don't recognize you. I thought I knew like everybody that worked here.
Not me. I'm new.
Oh, really?
Completely normal nightmare man.
Not me. I knew.
Ellida, make me a deception roll as you lie through your teeth to this nightmare man.
Please, Chris.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, you're new. This is a great first day for you to have. Can you believe that there's going to be a manifest zone happening today out of all the days?
Right. It's very. The manifesting thing is amazing.
I know. I can't wait to. Oh man, I can't wait to be in that real world, fucking with all those flesh bodies. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, same. Same. It's the experience of a lifetime.
Oh, absolutely. And you can like you see like it very clearly is like rubbing its hands together in excitement, and it goes, yeah, we can we can only do so much from behind the scenes, but now that we're gonna be out there, oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, sorry, I'm probably in your way. They want you back there though.
Yes, yeah, I'm supposed to, I can't chat really much, but it was good to meet you, and I'm sure I'll see you soon out there.
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely. And he gives you like a thumbs up back.
Oh my gosh, Ellida.
So good.
And you kind of like awkwardly like pass each other in the corridor. And he takes a seat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She's like, fuck in her head.
But yeah, so with that, as Ellida kind of shrinks into the background, and you all see Elida's like Elida's nightmarish form. But I think that because all of y'all saw, like, y'all are all on the level, you can see like actual Ellida, and you can see each other's like actual forms peering out through the illusion, and so you can see like this winged demon wheel thing, but Elida's head peeking out around the corner in the back there, as she's hiding. And as y'all kind of come in and sit, there's kind of like a hush that goes over the crowd as the nightmare creature begins to speak. And this creature, it almost looks like a little bit of like a bigger version of you, Cera. There's like galaxies and celestial bodies swirling inside of it, and it's almost like the abyss made manifest. It's kind of horrifying looking at it, and it begins to speak. And it begins to almost to proselytize. The time of the manifest, it is almost upon us. How many eons have we waited, trapped in this dilation prison? Soon we will be free, thanks to that man. And he points over to the body of the captain, who is just like literally being held aloft, like almost being electrified by his own dragon mark, his screams continuing to fill the air. This man will be the power source that we needed that we finally need to bridge the gap between realities. And you see at the center of the room, near what looks to be, it almost looks to be like a pool of water, kind of beginning to, like a drop of water kind of slowly starting to spread out, like a little bit of like a ripple on the wave of a pond. But as it spreads, it continues to grow and manifest. And all of you can see that this is a hole. This is a portal, a doorway. And through it, you can see the real world. You can see the temple there in reality. And you can almost make out the Kalashtar as he's like continuing to chant with you in the dream world. And the creature in the center goes, soon we will be free, and we will be able to take control of the waking world, as it has always been our destiny. And all the nightmares in the room cry out triumphantly as this is going on. What do you all do?
So Cera leans over to Brennard and she goes, originally I was going to try and see if there was a stealthy way to disable this machine. Should we just destroy it?
So how is the captain guy, how is he suspended? Or can you describe his like position right now?
Yeah, so the captain guy is kind of like, he's like a little bit over here. He's a little bit to the north of the portal that's being manifested onto the ground, and he's like wrapped up in these mechanical arms from this large eldritch machine in the that's suspended from the ceiling.
How many arms are we talking? Like, is he real good in there?
There's like 3 arms that are wrapped around him. You see 2 are wrapped around like in almost like a harness style position, and one of them is like attached like almost directly to where the dragon mark is. It's not, the seal isn't like perfect, so you can still see the edges of the dragon mark around the place on its around the seal, and it's like electrified and glowing.
Okay.
Melu, hearing them talk about this, will kind of like lean forward, and be like, I could try to dispel it.
Trying to look at what I have and see if because I was like, if he's suspended by almost nothing, I was kind of hoping I could use catapult to just kind of boop and knock him off.
But if he's being held in place by 3 arms, we got to destroy those.
Yeah.
I can tell you that Ellida is planning to firebolt that as soon as she is able. So
I mean, I think she can right now. There's really nothing stopping her.
I just don't want to steamroll the party yet, so I'll wait for them. But I'm planning on it if there's no other thing.
I think all of y'all like sitting in the pews, you can see Ellida over in the corner, and you can see like she's got like a little fire in her hand, and she's like looking like.
Sarah's still thinking because she's like. I mean,
Is the guy still screaming? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
He's probably been screaming this whole time.
Just
wailing in agony, right?
Yeah, he's. You can tell he's experiencing great pain from whatever's going on.
Timbo, not to make you experience great pain, but the music stopped again.
It just paused because you minimized the application. That's it.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go.
Yeah.
Did that work?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Sarah's like, I could distract the big guy.
I'll go for the machine then.
It looks like Ellida might
But
be
I-
going
wait,
for the machine.
I could try to dispel it from here though.
Yes, you tried to dispel it, but in case that doesn't work, we need
Okay.
to have a plan of action.
I know, I just meant like, do you want me to do that now before we go attacking things and trying to distract people?
Yep, that's plan A. Plan B is we go loud.
Okay.
Literally, still staring there like, ah?
Sarah is like, fucking hold it.
Does anyone have the message spell to tell Ellida the plan?
No.
I think I have message, but that doesn't. Yeah, I do have message. That doesn't help anybody.
I mean, you can cast it and we get to say one thing back.
Yeah.
Sarah gives her a look. Sarah gives her a look that's like, do not.
I think we all know that look very well from Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a question.
Like, don't you fucking dare.
Okay.
She's waiting.
All right, Melu,
Yeah.
you're up.
So the device is within 120 feet of me, correct?
Yes. I would definitely say so.
My only option is to try and cast it at 3rd level, so that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Aw, shit. We're going big.
So, I'm looking over it. I'm noticing that there's verbal components associated with it. Do you try to hide that?
I try to be subtle about it, yeah.
Okay, make me a stealth check.
Okay.
17. That's
Hey.
pretty good.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna say, yeah, you're able to say the words softly enough and pull the somatic components out of and do the somatic components, like subtly enough that it doesn't draw attention, at least initially. I'm gonna say go ahead and make me for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. Go ahead and make me a DC 16
Hey,
save.
yo.
Check.
Okay.
DC check. 16. Yeah.
Just a straight check.
It's your spellcasting
making
mod,
a-
so
Yeah,
wisdom.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, I'm going to use, just because I'm on D&D Beyond, I'm going to use the saving throw, because that's the easiest way for me to get a straight D20 roll with my wisdom modifier. No!
Oh, wait.
Oh my god, I wish I had inspiration right now.
I looked at
Oh
the
wait,
plus
I should have guidanced myself. I'm so dumb.
Damn.
So as the like Melu, this you manifest this energy and you feel it begin like you attempt to target this eldritch machine. But as you're doing so, like you feel the energy like of you casting this spell, you feel it like come to a head while targeting the machine, and you expect it to slow, and it does almost briefly, but then as it's like coming and slowing down, you see the dragon mark re-energize, and the thing whirs back up again, and it
Oh, God.
continues its processes. The large shadow in the middle will, the large nightmare in the middle will look at the device, kind of confused, but then it will wave its hand, almost like ignoring it,
All
and
right,
then it
well,
will continue to proselytize.
I'm gonna go noisy, so
I'm a fucking do
Okay,
it.
so is Cera. She's actually just going to. Are we all just going at the same time?
yeah. Should we roll
Yeah, so-
initiative or?
I'm gonna
We,
say
we
roll
should probably
initiative.
roll
This will-
initiative.
Yep, I'm gonna say roll initiative. This is gonna be first round of combat. You're
Oh,
gonna
good.
have surprised everybody, so you will get a free round.
Woo!
I rolled a 1.
Well,
Let's
you
go,
at least
Cera.
got your thing
Let's
off first.
go, Sarah.
Yeah.
Let's not go.
Let's go, Sarah. Let's go.
Yeah, but you see, the nightmare got a fucking 22.
Yeah, but we're in a surprise round, so.
Yeah, I still got a nat 20 though.
Okay, well, we still all get to act first.
I'm still angry.
I was mad. That was my one use of Dispel Magic.
I know, and you
For
got
the day.
a 15 out of 16. That was
I'm
painful.
so
Wow.
mad.
That
So
hurts.
close.
Could
Okay. Yeah.
could I couldn't counterspell that, could I?
Counterspell. The
The
machine?
machine?
I love
I
that.
don't think so. 'Cause I think counterspell.
Yeah.
is
It's
just like
yeah, it's a
casting of
reaction.
spell. Yeah.
I understand.
the
I was
idea,
just like, that sounds wild, but instead, what's going to happen is Sarah is going to.
Oh, I didn't even realize Counterspell and Dispel Magic were both third.
Yeah.
Oh,
Out of slots, I can just only do that once a day.
Yeah, I just thought that they were different. I thought, like, Dispel Magic came first, and then Counterspell was fourth.
Ah, fair.
you
Yeah,
is
puts
that
us
why
top
this is?
round. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was looking and I'm like, I'm going to cast a cantrip,
Okay.
but I'm not seeing it in.
Oh, roll 20. It could be.
Yeah.
What cantrip?
Hand of Radiance.
Hand of Radiance.
I've
I
never
don't
even
know that.
heard of that.
What is that?
I have Word of Radiance.
Unearthed Arcana. Might be why. It's from
Uh,
supplementary material.
Yeah, Unearthed Arcana are the, like, hey, we haven't play tested these rules, but here they are.
Yeah.
Take a look at that.
Open it up. And what were you casting the Hand of Radiance on?
This big boy right in front of me.
Okay. Hand of Radiance. You raise your hand and a burning radiance erupts from it. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you must succeed on a con save or take 1d6 radiant damage. Okay, cool. Oh, it's 2d6 because you're 5th level as well. All right,
Sure
great.
is.
You can also get this dude behind us,
That's
because
true.
he's also within 5 feet of you.
But that you can see.
Yeah, I think
You can
that
see
just
it.
means, like, he can't be on, like, the other side of a wall.
Or invisible or something like that.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't have eyes in the back of my head.
Sarah can spin while she
Um,
casts it.
Yeah.
Just do some moon halation.
Yeah, so she'll get this big guy and this guy behind her. I'm using my Dark Shard Amulet, which means I have to pass a DC 10.
Yeah.
And that is just a straight.
I think it's Arcana. Brennard, or for?
Let me double check. Yeah. Arcana.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and make that DC 10 Arcana.
Everybody pray for me.
I believe.
Okay, and Arcana. Let's go.
14. Nice. Absolutely. Okay, I'll go ahead and make that Constitution saving throw for the nightmares.
And that DC would be.
They fail.
We fail.
Either way.
Rip.
So go ahead and roll that 2d6 radiant damage. 7 points of radiant damage. What does it look like as... so I'm going to say that as you attack, you bust out of your illusory form and it falls away from you as this magic bursts out from you. What does it look like?
So the way that this form drops is it's like all the light within Cera just convenes and it just grows until the darkness explodes off of her, and she just raises her hand up and it's bathed in like this weird holy light that's also crackling with her own magical energy, and it just goes off like a flashbang. And it shoots towards the big demon in front of her, and then also another arc just like goes behind her.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and you basically, like, it sounds like you're basically like supernovaing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love it. Yeah. And as you as these holy lances, holy bolts of energy like dart out from you, this nightmare behind you, you just hit it full center in the chest, and it just completely dissipates its form. It looks like the radiant damage really ate into it a lot. This creature in the center, it looks like it was hurt pretty badly from it as well, but it has more mass, and it remains solid. It does look fairly hurt from that, but it hisses in rage at you as it recognizes that there are intruders in its midst. And on that note, we get to Ellida in the background.
And Ellida is gonna fireball at that device.
Absolutely. Are you casting a proper fireball?
Firebolt, I think.
Firebolt,
Okay.
sorry. Firebolt. Firebolt.
Yeah, I was like, Fireball's gonna hit all of us. You better not be casting Fireball.
Can you imagine? Firebolt. Sorry, I was thinking about the ball of fire in her hand, and then I just thinking of fireball. Yeah.
Absolutely. And an 18 will hit the device for 12 points of fire damage. Yeah. It. Are you aiming at any particular part of the device?
Can you tell me the parts of it? What it looks like?
Yeah, so there's like it's kind of up in the ceiling a little bit. There's this main kind of housing body that all of these kind of several of these kind of robotic tentacles are coming out of. 3 of those robotic tentacles are wrapped around the captain, holding him aloft in the air, while the other tentacles are kind of they're making various arcane shapes in the sky.
I guess the main part then.
Okay, 12. Yeah, and you throw that ball of flame directly at it, hitting it dead center. The heat in the metal kind of warp as the flame targets into it, and it ripping it. It's still kind of intact and up there, but you definitely feel like you hit at the housing, the exterior housing of it, and are and you can see in to the crater that you impacted into the device. There's interior parts that you can see that look a little bit less armored.
Okay, cool.
Anything more for Ellida?
No.
All right, great. Go ahead and roll me just a d20. Just a flat d20.
Very.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm gonna say, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
She's gonna fight.
Let's go.
9.
Gonna get tied to
All right.
chaos back though.
Or she's gonna turn into a potted plant.
Yeah.
Please no. That would be very, very not good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you send this fire out, and as the flame like lances out and contacts with the metal, you feel innervated by this flame. And you get almost like a bit of deja vu, momentarily back to Sharn when you created like a negative gravity field around you, and the same like feeling of weightlessness starts to take over, and you start to float up off the ground. You as like spectral kind of wings kind of materialize around you. You now have a fly speed equal to your move speed.
Oh,
Let's go.
Hey,
fucking neat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, and again, like all the nightmares in this room look over at basically an angel manifesting in front of them, throwing balls of flame up at their machine, and they all hiss angrily at her as well. Perfect. All right, that's gonna make it Brennard's turn.
All right. And so, how's the machine looking?
It's still fairly intact. Like you saw, Ellida got a pretty good blow on it. And it has exposed some of the more detailed inner workings, but it's still like basically undamaged at this point.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move over to here, and I am going to cast Shatter on it. Will that also hit the
nice.
center guy?
I'm gonna say, how big is the AOE for Shatter?
Let me just double check.
Is it 10 feet from point of origin?
I gotta double check. Range 60 feet, 10-foot radius sphere. Yep.
I'm gonna say that you could hit the guy, but if you did so, you would also be hitting the pilot captain as well.
Okay, then I'll just hit the machine and try and break it.
You got it. Go ahead and roll to hit. It would be a dexterity save, right?
Constitution saving throw. Creatures made of inorganic material. Oh, well, actually, I guess an object wouldn't even get a saving throw. I don't know.
Right, I move again. Yeah.
So it's 3d8 damage.
Yeah, just roll the damage.
Nice.
Wow, high damage. Yeah. You place like, what does it look like when Brennard casts Shatter? Also.
So he pulls out a stick from his bag and like he snaps it, and the echo from the snap just keeps going and getting louder and louder and louder until it like explodes outwards.
Nice, yeah, and you can almost sense the echo floating, like traveling through the air in the direction that Ellida had just punched into the carapace of this machine, and you see it blow into the insides, like making the hole on the exterior just blow out massively. It's still moving, though it's moving in a much more lopsided, if not erratic manner as it's continuing to move, but a lot more of the interior mechanisms of the machine have now been laid bare. Anything more?
Let me just see here. Do I have anything else I can really do? No, I think I'm good for now.
All right, perfect. That is going to put us at Melu's turn. Melu,
Okay,
you've seen all your friends jump out. All of their illusory forms have fallen off them, shed like lizard skin. What do you do?
I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon
Oh, nice.
at level 3. So
Oh.
it'll do a little bit of extra damage, but I'm gonna make a great big axe appear next to Big Boy.
Nice.
And I am going to, since I get the swing, I'm gonna hit him with it. Which I know that rolls it for me, but oh well, I guess would an 11 hit?
An 11 would not hit. It would just be able to. It would just
That's
be
what
able
I
to duck to the side from it. Unfortunately, yes. As it manifests in, it just like it moves its shape around the blow coming in, and it manages to avoid it.
Cool, I'm doing amazing. I am going to follow Brennard.
Melu, you are doing your best, and that's all that matters.
10, 15, 20.
So, because you've cast and your illusory form has kind of fallen off you at this point, the nightmare beneath you would know that you're not one of them, so it would be able to get an attack on you.
But aren't we in
Are,
surprise
we're still in
round
surprise, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. My apologies.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
why I bolted. I was like, I'm doing this while they don't have reactions.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking as well.
Good shout. Yeah, absolutely. All right. And that's it for Melu.
I still have an action.
Sure do.
Oh.
So
What you gonna do?
I think I'm going to. Can I cast a cantrip still, even though I cast a spell?
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, you can cast
Cool.
a cantrip for your main
I'm
action.
gonna sacred flame the machine.
Okay, yeah. Just go ahead and roll damage because it can't make the save.
Oh, sweet. Wait, no, I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on.
You love to see it.
Yep. 4 radiant damage.
4 points of radiant damage find their mark in the device itself. It definitely, like, you can see it's definitely pretty damaged at this point. It's still whirring away, but you feel like a couple more good blows will probably destroy it. The rippling portal, the manifest zone on the ground, has started to become shimmery and hazy. It's less concrete and aware.
Cool. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
That's gonna put us at the top of the round with the nightmares. The nightmares are gonna move swiftly to end this and hopefully come to the material plane. So these nightmares are gonna move up here, and one is gonna swipe at Brennard, the other is gonna swipe at Melu. 15 to hit Brennard.
That will miss.
Nice. Yeah, and you're just able to deflect it. Are you using your new shield?
Yes.
Nice.
Which
Very nice.
that's +1 to armor, right?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't think the Spellguard shield actually gives you. It's not. I don't believe it's actually a +1 shield. I think it just gives you advantage on saving throws against spell effects.
Okay, but like just from it being a buckler, I get +1, right?
Oh, it's a proper shield, so it's +2.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought bucklers were. I have too many memories of 3rd edition where I'm like, bucklers are +1, shields are +2.
So real. It's so real. No, it's a proper shield. It just looks like a buckler. Yeah.
Which brings my armor class to 19, y'all.
Nice.
Oh, look at you. Do we have a proper tank now?
I hope so, because
I wish I had gone armorer at this point because I have all these ranged abilities and a gun.
But yeah, with that, 3rd nightmare is actually going to move in and swipe at you, Brennard. 19 meets
Yes, it does.
for 7 points of
Ew.
necrotic as its nightmarish talons just rake into your flesh. This one is going to move up over to you, and it's going to flank your position, Cera, with this other one. So they're each going to make a swipe at advantage.
How does that resolve with
Yeah.
Cloak of Displacement?
So if you have advantage and you also have disadvantage, you just roll it normal. So 13
Okay.
and 6.
I mean, they both miss, but... yeah.
Perfect. Great. At that point, this one is going to move up here and is going to swipe at Ellida. 21.
Oh,
Probably going to hit Ellida.
yeah.
Is she out?
Oh, but
I
you
have a question.
resist.
Is she out of its reach?
No,
I
she's
am-
standing in the doorway, so we can.
But
like,
you do
plot.
resist necrotic damage, so you only take 3 damage from that.
True. And then this one is going to move up over here. This one is going to skirt past, and it's going to dash to get up as close as possible. And same with these ones. These ones are going to they're going to move up to head off Ellida, seeing that she's a threat, seeing that she's a spellcaster and she's flying.
Whoop. Can they
She's gonna
fly?
move up.
They're kind of more like hovering. You see, maybe one has the ability to fly. Like it's got some kind of like nasty, like bat-like wings going on. But it doesn't look like the other ones are necessarily able to fly.
Okay.
But this other one is going to move up towards Cera and going to swipe. It's going to be at disadvantage because it's not flanking. 5, natural 1 to hit. Yeah, Cera, you're just able to dodge around all these nightmares as all these blows that are raining in from every side. And at that, it does make it your turn, Cera. What do you do?
I might be about to do something real stupid.
We love stupid here. Let's go.
Cool.
Oh no, not again.
You gonna go for an old classic?
I'm debating whether I should cast Shatter on myself.
Oh.
Don't hurt yourself. We're not like that stupid.
Yeah, should be alright.
I mean, can you, like, maybe just run away first and then cast Shatter?
I mean, I could, but then I'd also would be provoking attacks of Bob. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to cast Shatter right here.
Okay.
So the big guy and this little guy are both in range.
Okay. Absolutely. They'll go ahead and both make the saves. These are this is a con save, right?
Correct.
Okay. It looks like they both fail. 7 and 12.
There we go.
Thunder. Nice. 13 is enough to kill this one weaker nightmare down here. Just straight out. Flat up.
Nice.
But this one, it takes the blast and it looks bloodied at this point, but it's still up, maintaining its form. Very nice. Anything more for Cera?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and provoke. Oh wait, never mind. That one's dead. Doesn't matter. I'm going to move here.
Oh, I'm sorry. That one is layered. There was
Oh,
two.
okay. Well, I'll
Okay.
I'll take that provoke. I'll
Okay.
take that provocation.
Okay. He'll swing at you. 16 to hit.
He will meet.
Meets beats. So 9 points of necrotic damage as you're disengaging from this creature. It just rakes its nasty talons against you, and you feel like the necrotic energy flow into you, sapping your strength.
Okay.
Anything more?
Nope.
All right. That's going to make it Ellida's turn. Ellida, you're floating. You're floating like 5 or so some off feet off the ground. Your wings keeping you aloft, and you've seen several of these shadowy figures move towards you. What do you do?
If I fly up higher, can I fly higher?
If you move into the room right there, you could fly higher. But doing so, flying out of these two reach, it would incur like an attack of opportunity from them.
Oh,
Okay, I guess I'll stay there then. But I will, I'm gonna use Firebolt on the device again, because I don't want anybody to have a chance to get in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay.
A 28 for 5 points of fire damage. Yeah, you hit easily. Like the sparking interior of the device is still up and functioning. Is now fully laid bare, and you're able to like easily target in. You feel like maybe you didn't do a huge amount of damage to it, but you definitely hit. The thing is still spinning though. Still generating the energy from the from the captain. One of the arms that is holding him aloft has fallen off of the device. So only 2 arms are holding him aloft at this point. The one sucking the energy and the other one. And he's kind of like lopsided in the air at this point as being drained. Anything
Okay.
more?
no.
Okay, perfect. That is going to make it Brennard's turn.
Woo. Okay, so I am going to build my cannon right here.
I didn't grab that.
and I'm going with the flamethrower cannon.
Okay.
And I am going to get all 4 of the nightmares and myself in the flamethrower.
Oh, nice. Absolutely. Go ahead and push that attack into the roll 20 just so I know it's roll.
Yep. So that is 13 fire damage, DC 15 dexterity save for half.
So they did make it.
Raider, no.
So
I don't make it, but I am going to use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Oh, nice. So you take half the fire damage for that. Sweet. So you only take 6. Same with these.
Yep.
These 3 or 4 individuals. Okay, awesome. Yeah, the flamethrower gouts out a jet of flame. And it, despite hitting you, you manage to like absorb a piece of the elemental energy from it. Sorry, the loop stopped. There we go. You managed to absorb a piece of the elemental energy from it, glowing with the fire. As it cuts into the shades too, they do seem dissipated slightly, but the nightmares are still manifesting. They're still holding strong. Anything more?
That's gonna be all from me, I think. Because if I move, I get opportunity attacked. So.
True. Alrighty, that's gonna make it Melu's turn.
Okay, so I am first going to have my axe hit this big boy.
Oh, I forgot about the axe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which also, it's not rolling. Roll 20 is not picking up my thing correctly. I don't know why.
Oh, there it goes.
It
just
is.
popped.
The problem is it's not rolling 2d8 for it. It's rolling only 1.
Oh.
So I'm gonna roll a physical d8 if that's fine. Okay,
Yeah,
it's an additional 2 damage for a total of 10.
Would there be a hit associated with it, right?
Yes. Forgot about that part.
No worries. Yeah, go on and roll to hit.
20!
Hey.
Damage?
So it was 8 total. And it was an unnatural 20, so.
So I see that you have a D8 plus 4 for 8 there. Didn't you roll another D8?
I did roll another d8. That was an additional 2. So it's, it's a total of 10.
No worries. Yeah, 10 total damage. That's enough. Would you like to describe the spiritual weapons kill of this large nightmare creature?
Oh, sure.
Nice.
So it's kind of this, big double-sided axe, and it just kind of does like this cool spin, like almost cartoonish, before it just slams down on its head and cleaves it in half. I'm sure it goes all visceral, evaporates, but.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just like almost like disperses like a cloud of fog as it falls to pieces on the ground. Excellent. Anything more for Melu, or is that just a bonus action?
That was just a bonus action.
Oh,
Let's go, Melu.
nice.
Hey.
So now I'm going to spiritual no, that's the wrong thing. I'm going to sacred flame. I'm going to sacred flame. I'm going to try to sacred flame the machine.
And that works as well. For 8 points of radiant damage. Yeah, you manage to like focus the blast of energy into the machine, targeting one of the limbs, like one of the final limbs, holding the captain aloft. And it breaks. It falls down like around him, and now he's literally just being held by the thing that's holding his dragon mark in place. The machine looks like very badly damaged at this point. It looks like one good blow will finish the job. And at that point, it's going to be the Nightmare's turn. So the Nightmares, their big leader has just been killed. Can somebody make just an intimidation check as this is going on?
Sure.
You want everybody or just?
I would
Let's
say
say,
Cera.
I think let's say,
How's
yeah,
that?
Sarah. 25.
Works.
I think that you managed to cow a few of these nightmares. So this one and this one, the ones next to you and Brennard, Cera, they begin to run. Saying that it's not worth it. You both get attacks of opportunity if you would like.
I actually don't, because I cast Absorb Elements. That's my reaction.
Oh, right. Cera would, though.
You know, Cera will, because there's nothing like instilling a little bit more fear in their compatriots by killing their fleeing friends. So she's gonna hit one of them that's running with an Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely. Natural one, though,
never mind.
unfortunately.
No hitty.
But a couple of these other nightmares, the ones two aggressing against Ellida and these two over here, they're still going to move up to attack. This one's going to move forward, and two are going to swing on Ellida. One's going to crit against her
Ellida got crit.
for 19 total points of necrotic damage as that goes slicing into you, Ellida. So you take 9 total damage with your resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, it was two natural
Yes,
ones.
yes, it was
Natural
literally a
one and a
nat 1
20.
and a nat 20.
Yes. Wild. And then one is going to swing its nightmarish claws against Brennard and the other against Melu. Melu is going to
Oh
crit.
god, another crit.
Oh boy.
You stop getting so many crits?
The dice gods are liking me right now for some reason. 17 points of total damage necrotic to Melu as this thing just finds your weak spot and tears into you.
Oof.
But that's the chapter turn. That's gonna make it Cera's turn.
Oh boy. Cera is going to Eldritch Blast this arm that's still holding the captain up, but I'm going to move this map one more time. And then I'm going to run over to right under him
Yeah, I was gonna
before
say
she
drop.
attempts to destroy it.
Yeah, like it sounds like you're trying to catch him as well.
Pretty much.
And a 13 will definitely hit for 7 points of force damage. That's enough. You manage to snap the flailing mechanical tentacle off at one of its joints. The man falls. Go ahead and make me an athletics check as you attempt to catch the man.
Jesus.
You got this.
19. You're able to easily, handily just grab him as he's falling out of the sky. You see him as you're holding him. You managed to break this arcane implement off at one of the joints, but it's still connected to him as you grab him, as you catch him. But in doing so, it almost pops off of his back. You can see there are marks in his flesh where the thing was dug in to his back. And as he stops screaming for the first time, and he looks up with you with tears in his eyes, originally of pain, but you can see he's smiling now, and they're tears of joy. And he doesn't say anything, but you see the words "thank you" on his lips as he disappears. He just dematerializes in front of you.
Oh no!
It's like the nightmare. He turns to mist. And with that, with this power source cut off, the manifest zone blinks out of existence, and the hazy hole disappears. And with that, I think all the nightmares, they cry out in anguish and agony as their access point to the real world shuts in front of them. And Cera, as similar to the man that you just caught, the captain, you feel a similar lightness, a similar innervation, and all of you do, as you all slowly begin to fade out from this experience, from this world. The shrieks and the anguish of the nightmares ringing in your ears as your kind of perspective just kind of floats away, and you find yourselves suddenly waking up. Y'all are awakened. It's fucking hot as hell, and you find yourselves in the real version of the temple, in reality, in the waking world once more, in the circle that had been created. The captain is awake too, and you can see him already. He's taking a huge drink of his tankard.
Oh good. as soon as we're kind of like awake and Melu sees that he is awake, they're gonna cast Healing Word on him.
Yeah,
Just-
and it looks like he needed it. It looks like he was pretty hurt, actually. Like you see his like the color flush back into his face, and you see him become a lot more alert, and he says thank you.
I was going to ask, do any injuries that we felt within the dream, because it was like so real to us, do they persist after we wake up?
Absolutely, you are all still just as hurt as you were in the dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
So
The wounds that you had felt manifest in the dream, you don't feel them on your body, but it's almost like phantom limbs. Like you feel like there could be wounds there, and it still hurts, but like there's no actual physical injury.
Ugh.
Cera is still going to cast Prayer of Healing, because everybody around her is within 30 feet, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and I just used my last 3rd level spell slot on accident.
And
so.
I didn't prepare Cure Wounds for once.
Perfect. And with that,
Please?
with the sorry, go on.
Never mind. We're having a moment. It's cool. It's fine. Continue on, Timbo.
And I think with that, you all pile back into the submagma bowl, and you head on back to Sharn. And I think that's where we're gonna call this session.
Woo!
Alrighty, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for coming out, everybody. Man, that was a wild time. Yes, and 15 points of healing. Thank you.
Everybody?
Perfect. That brings me back to
Everybody gets
full.
that, right?
Everybody gets
Oh,
15.
thank God.
Max, baby.
I needed that.
Yeah, you were.
It's 17 is a lot. I only have 43 hit points total.
I have
only
31.
43 hit points. I have 32.
I have 23. I have 23.
Yeah, you were the one I was worried about. At least you were resistant to the damage, or you would have been
If-
down.
I would have been
Yeah.
down if I was not. Yeah, I was thinking about that. If I did not have her.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight. This was so much fun. Let me just scroll back real quick. Thank you, Mystrich, for the gift subscription. Thank you, Loch Ness Gamer, for the raid. Thank you, Mist, for the real subscription, and thank you, Ali Zane, for the follow. Appreciate it. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you drop a follow so you can know when we go live. We've also got a lovely Discord that you can come and hang out in to talk about all the show and other tabletop stuff, entertainment, pop culture, all kinds of fun stuff. Play Dungeons and Dragons. We got all kinds of stuff going on there. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's wrap up. Let's go ahead around the table and give my lovely cast members the opportunity to promote themselves. Let's do reverse order this time. Melu, why don't you go first? Or sorry, Galaxy, why don't you go first?
It's fine. I'm Jess Galaxy. You can find me at Jess Galaxy on YouTube, and you can also find me at Galaxiebot on TikTok. Galaxy is always spelled with an IE for me. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
Excellent. Moving swiftly along. Raichkyu, why don't you go next?
I am Raichkyu. You can find me at twitch.tv/Raichkyu. I stream on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I post a lot of wacky stuff on Twitter at the same name, and I got some videos of my dog on TikTok. So, love
Cute
to
dog.
see you around. Thanks.
You dog.
Perfect. Mystrich, why don't you go next?
My name is Mystrich. I stream over on my own channel, twitch.tv/Mystrich. I play all sorts of games. I love talking about tabletop stuff. Yeah, so come join me sometime.
Perfect. And last but certainly not least, Domino.
Yep, I am Domino. You can catch me streaming over at twitch.tv/DominoRBG, or you can catch me just making a general fool of myself on Twitter at twitter.com/DominoRBG.
Beautiful. Thank you so much again, everybody, for coming on out tonight. I super appreciate it. We're going to be live. I think, is it next week that we're going to be live? Keep your eyes out. We've got
No.
Yeah.
We're still on regular schedule.
Yeah.
So April 3rd,
April 3rd. Okay.
and then we'll be live again on the 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We have a little bit of a different schedule coming up, but we'll keep you all informed as things change. But thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and make sure to stay magical out there. We will talk to you all very soon. We're gonna go ahead and raid into Sarirena.
Reyna.
Reyna, yeah.
Words. She actually did the character art for the campaign, and she's streaming right now.
Oh,
so I
awesome.
thought
Oh,
it was
shit.
very appropriate. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Let's go give some love on over to Sari. All right, bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.